Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Georgia Watch Along Show. My name is Radi Nabulsi. I'm joined by former Georgia Bulldogs head coach Jim Donnan. Dayne Young, our executive producer, is behind me there. He's running it. Georgia's about to kick off here in about 2 minutes on WSB. We appreciate everybody, Zach Klein over there, throwing it to the production crew. They're about to kick off. Coach, tough loss last week, but they got to bounce back today. Everyone thinks, oh, well, this will be an easy game for Georgia. They're a 20-point favorite, but it's Kentucky. Kentucky plays like hell.
Yeah, I think you got to throw the records out with this team just because, not Kentucky, but our team, because we really don't have an identity. We don't have a group of guys that have played together much. And it's not like you can just plug people in, and we're having to develop a different kind of MO as far as how to win, and as much as that, avoid losing. So I think that's the fact that we know we have some issues with our defense as far as coverage and pressure on the passing game, setting the edge on defense on the outside, and actually just getting off the field for sure. And then offense is just either outs or pen outs, 3 and out, or really going just a little more consistency. I'd like to see Gunner go ahead and let it loose a couple times. You know, I think he's so afraid of making a mistake that sometimes he pulls the ball down or goes to the third read sometime too quickly and not letting things develop. A real key for me is how this right side of our O-line continues to progress. These are two really good young players, 63 and 73, Glover and Juan Gasson. If they can keep playing at a level like they did against Bama, then we're going to get more consistent runs and maybe some explosive plays that would make it a little easier for us. But as far as Kentucky, a young quarterback on a tough environment, you know, how is he going to react? He didn't do well last week at South Carolina. You just don't know about the crowd. So much put in the game last week. Now it's an early game. Will he come with the juice like we need to get this kid off kilter a little bit? Defensively for Kentucky, I want to point out, they lost that big old guy in the middle who was really a stopper, a big, strong kid. And they're not quite as big physically, but very mobile on defense, very aggressive, and take not a lot of chances, but they're where they're supposed to be. So you're going to have to execute against them. We're going to see a lot of softer coverage today than we've seen all year. They're going to play off the ball and make us throw the ball in front of them.
Kirby in the pregame show was talking about, I think was it Deion Walker or Waller, the guy that, he was like a very high draft pick. He's not there, but Kirby said this defensive front is twitchy. And I know Georgia's a big favorite in this game. The reason I'm more concerned about them is because, I mean, it was a couple of years ago when I went up to that Kentucky game in the freezing cold, and it was just such a slugfest, even though Georgia was highly favored. These two teams, Kirby always talks about this one being one of the most physical games they play. And I know Kentucky's not that good, but they – for some reason, get up for Georgia like nobody's business, and these games are tight. A lot of these games have been just one-score affairs, and I'm hoping that's not the case today. But I'm just saying, don't count Kentucky out. The crowd is pretty sparse right now. I don't know that they're going to have the juice, Coach. A lot of people will be getting there late. When I was on my way over here to Coach's house, the traffic was really bad, which tells me it's good. A lot of people are showing up, but they're also showing up right before the game, and they're trying to get their parking spot. So I don't know that we'll have a full crowd till maybe
we just got to forget about the past. I want to this is a new season. The traditions are great, the red and black, all that stuff. But this is a different team. Everybody around the country, you look around the country and your team, all of a sudden you look at players playing, and they're playing for other teams.
Yeah.
I mean, Damon Wilson, A.J. Harris, all these guys are really
Sam Pimba, Jarrett,
doing a good
Barry
job.
Alexander.
Good job for other teams that should be playing for us. But it's like, you know, you had $5 and you lost it. Well, you lost it. You don't have it anymore.
Move on.
Let's go ahead. And I think it's hard to do that, particularly when we've been on such a roll. But I just think this team here has got to get its own kind of character and development, and it can be pretty good, but it's not going to be a dominant team. I mean, we're going to have to scratch and claw for every victory.
Yeah, I said in my column this week that Georgia's margin for error is thinner than a Chinese cigarette. If you've ever had a Chinese cigarette, they are tiny little things. They're not very big. And that's the point. Georgia's, as you know, 1 or 2 plays away from being 2-0 in the SEC and being 0-2 in the SEC. You're going to have to fight. That's why I'm not trying to come across as Johnny Doom. It's just I respect what other teams are going to do and the fact that they get up for Georgia. This is their Super Bowl, and Georgia's just not as dominant as they were. Now, capability-wise, you'll see me get excited during this broadcast here when I see the ball go to Zachariah Branch, when I see it get to Colby Young, when you see Chauncey Bowens doing what he does. And I'm with Coach, the two freshmen on the right side. A lot of people made a big deal out of that 4th and 1 last week, but also these are two superstars. You remember when Florida had those two corners? I think it was Jaden and the other guy. They were two freshman cornerbacks, and they got torched for a year. And then you couldn't throw against Florida for the next 2 years. They were such badasses. They went through their trial by fire, and that's what Georgia's right side's going to do. So they're already better than what you had over there to start with. So I'm excited about this. I think that Georgia can run the ball, keep it away from Kentucky, then hit the explosive shots. Georgia actually has more explosives than Alabama and Tennessee in the last 2 games. They had more bigger plays. It doesn't feel like that, but statistically. So, Coach, my fear, is that guy in the blue hat there keeps the ball away from Georgia. That's my fear.
Well, we'll see how it works, but all I can say again, no matter how many times I say it, we keep referring back to what Kentucky used to do and what Georgia used to do. I don't really give a shit about it anymore. I mean, I just really believe that I'm just saying how I feel, that we're just going to have to go with the flow, play ball, and establish ourselves. I mean, you got the same thing in the pros with guys losing players to free agency, and we're going to have to adapt and do a better job in the portal going forward. I mean, we can't miss on guys like we did with these safeties. I mean, we were counting on these 3 safeties to fill in, and we just don't have the people back there that Kirby's used to playing with. And what he's going to have to do is coach the heck out of these guys that we've got. Maybe he'll move some guys around and put some personnel changes there. Maybe play Cole more on 3rd down. Maybe play some other guys in the secondary. But right now, the talent level on the back end is not what Georgia's used to playing with.
How would you like to see, and this is a hypothetical, you have DeMello, Daniel Harris, or Ellis Robinson, Dalen Everett, basically 3 corners out there instead of that second safety?
Who knows? I mean, we got such a system.
You faced it before, so that's why.
We've got such a system in place. On the base defense, I couldn't see it, but as a change-up, I could see it.
Okay.
Like a dime defense where a guy's playing more man, but you really give up a lot on the run when you got these small guys in there playing safety.
And this team loves to run it.
I mean, Tyron Jones and Corey Thomas are pretty good tacklers, and of course Aguero is too. But our zone drops have just been really remarkably bad. We when a team hits 8 out of 8 3rd down conversions, something's not right. And then when a team hits 14 straight passes like Tennessee did, they were throwing more on 1st down. So,
can I give Tyron Jones a shout out?
Yeah, give him one.
Last 2 weeks, and again, I asked Kirby about him. Kirby's like, he does some good stuff right, he does some stuff wrong, but he has been your 2nd leading tackler in back-to-back weeks. So he didn't have a whole lot in the first 2 games, but the last 2 games, Tyron Jones has been racking up the tackles. So
that's good news and bad news.
Exactly. It is very
good news. He's making the tackles. Bad news. He's making them 10 yards down the field.
That's true. But hey, at least he's tackling. So, but I'm with you. The misses in the safety have just been rough. That's kind of why I was like, can you go? Can you do a 2 shell with a second safety back there? I mean, a 3rd cornerback instead of maybe another safety or something. So, just trying to figure something out. But anyway, folks, we gave away a bunch of the flight gift bags last week. We only did 2. We did 3 the week before. We're going to do that again. For the 2 ladies, the one last week, I have those boxed up. They're in my car. Well, I'll go by the UPS store on Monday, and we will send out your flight gift pack. But if you want to be in the running to pick up one of these new flight gift bags with all the hats and the shirts and all the koozies and all that stuff in it, go ahead and put #flight in the comments section, and our man back here, Dayne, will do a drawing later on. I do want to mention flight right before the kickoff here and just let you know that this game is actually brought to you by Flight by Yuengling. It's 6 generations in the making, and Flight is a light beer with low carbs, low calories, and more taste. It's brewed for the generation that always reaches for more. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. It is only 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and 4.2% alcohol by volume. So I know it's noon, but go ahead and pop it open, and looks like Georgia's about to get the ball here.
Super chat to start the show from Blake Bailey. It says, Nate Frazier, big today.
Okay, let's go.
Got to get on the field.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
Here comes the Dogs.
One roster note for Georgia in this game, Talon Taylor, the talented wide receiver, freshman that had a tough moment last week, collarbone injury in practice this week, not playing for a while for Georgia.
We need to hurry up. We can get a delay a game here.
This is a watch-along show. The clock is on the screen as we see it. You can time this up with however you're watching. You may need to pause your game viewing experience or maybe pause us to sync it up on your end.
Going unbalanced here. Make them tackle you.
Well, there you go, Roddy. Go to Branch early.
Miss block.
Miss block, yeah.
Jawan Brown asked how long Talon Taylor is out. Tough to say on that one.
He's going to have he had his clavicle situation, probably 4 to 5 weeks if things work out. Operated on Thursday.
I didn't really know you.
I guess Friday.
Yeah.
2nd and 9.
Here you see soft coverage on Dylan Bell down there.
Yeah, they're bringing an extra guy.
Look at Coach.
Good job, Coach. Good job. All right, 3rd and short.
I like it.
All right.
We all think this is going to Bowens, right?
McCray. Nah.
Let's see who's in the game.
Yeah.
Or at least some kind of read where it's Bowens or Gunner keeping
I
it.
was like, keep it, Gunner. Just
Okay, there's no Bowens in the backfield.
He's going to shift back.
Yeah. Wait, why?
There it comes.
There you go, Gunner.
He really got about as little out of that as he could get. I was right on the shift back one.
You're right on the shift back.
All right.
I was right on Gunner keeping it.
Yeah.
Probably helps you a little bit to get hit.
Is that a read at all, Coach, or just a misdirection?
Delpin 74 blocked the same guy.
How do you see that so fast? All right, so 1-on-1 on 3rd down. Gotta like that. Good start. Big pull at Micah.
Drew Bobo got beat there. Gunner's extending it.
That's it. Good job of swimming over the top there by the nose guard.
Yeah. Big Micah's pulling out there. What was he doing, Coach?
Well, Bobo's got to get a little bit more help from Glover blocking down. You know, Gunner's got rocked here on 2 plays now.
Yeah, he has been hit twice.
We got at least William in the game.
10. He's at the top of the formation.
Okay, I didn't see him.
There you go. Break it.
Wow.
Good job on the perimeter there by Williams and either Lucky or Delp. You see 10 in the game?
I did not. I was looking, but thankfully Dayne pointed it out to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at him. He got 2 guys, Coach. He climbed really well.
Well, he needs to get a little more height.
Yeah.
6'7".
Smart ass.
Flair.
There you go. Reward.
Let him catch it. Get a little extra.
He didn't catch that very good.
No, it was.
He used backboard, but we'll take it. You can't be too critique oriented. It's a true freshman. Right now, we got 3 true freshmen in the game. God, you got to make it 1st down there, Nate. Jeez. I like them going fast, so.
Georgia.
Looking pretty good right now, using all the elements.
This is kind of the keep away that Alabama played against Georgia. Georgia's able to do that early on against Kentucky.
3rd and 1.
I like to see him get under center on these plays.
Yeah, they're so far back. There you go, McCray.
Real good job of formation there by Mike Bobo. He's soft area there. It's kind of what teams are doing to us. You see him bounce out there?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't contacted till he had picked up 6 yards.
It's actually his 3rd season, isn't it? I guess 2nd.
Yeah. No, it's third. 23, 24, and 25.
Come on, ABC. Put old Zach in motion. There you go. Throw him a screen.
Oof, nice pickup there.
How about Bell and Branch down the field blocking?
Branch has given up about 40 pounds and 3 inches of that safety, and he had him locked down. I'm impressed.
I tell you, Mike's killing them with these formations. They got no run support.
Nice block there by Juan Gaston coming around too.
What are you going to do when that guy's coming at you?
It's called pray, Coach.
I mean, right now when Juan's in there and Elise, you got 2 power forwards. It's probably some kind of quarterback keep.
I like that formation. Look at Sokovie White in there.
Bell up top.
Should have kept it.
Oh, yeah.
God. Somebody's hurt. I mean, I don't know why we run these read plays if you're not going to keep the damn ball. That guy there says, I want the pizza name for me.
The Works.
I'll take the Works. Terrible first down play in the red zone, buddy.
Yeah. They're saying he lost a yard. So.
You got 2 on 2 out here.
I say, throw it a Branch.
Y'all read it.
Touchdown.
Oh.
He's at least touched it twice.
Yeah.
Defense loves this.
Yeah, I was just thinking with Colby out there, I'm like, okay, yeah, just let him bleed blocking. That's what we saw. I'm surprised he didn't get further.
I'd run a quarterback draw here. They're going to heat us up.
Yeah.
The only thing we hadn't had explosive. The one long run was pretty explosive, I guess.
19 yards.
This is built-in quarterback draw here.
Turned into one. Turned into one.
Oh, I think he got it. There it is.
Touchdown, Georgia.
Every photographer in that corner there is just going excited.
He needed that drive. He really pretty effective.
Yeah. Little dive into the end zone there.
12 plays, 75 yards, took up 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Good coverage.
Running quarterback makes all the difference.
Face mask, too.
That was 54 yards on the ground, 21 in the air.
Kirby also said before the game, they asked him, what did you learn about your team last week? He said we can run the ball and stop the run. Well, they damn sure ran it. So,
like to see that.
Yeah.
Jim Johnson's watching us from Hydesville, California.
Oh, he got
I'm
up
just telling
early.
you that old line we got right now is deadly.
Yeah.
He's some big old boys.
What do you call them, Coach? Chilardos?
Yeah, big old chilardos.
That's fine. Yeah, they did not call the face mask, but that was obviously one there.
Well, I wonder what anybody's going to find wrong with that drive.
I'm sure I can come up with something on the post-game show.
Oh. But really good use of formations there, I thought.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Who would have thought that Elise Williams would catch a pass before either one of our tight ends?
Hey, that is a big, big boy. I thought it was pretty interesting that Ethan Barber was playing in that first game, so that
well, we like
Barber, excuse me, and
we like 3 tights, but
yeah, and I hate that he busted that ankle up so badly. So I'm kind of hoping he has that kind of Marcus Rosemy-Jack Saint, return where Marcus got hurt against that in the Florida game, similar thing. But when he came back, he was stellar.
Probably won't be ready this year.
But no, but I'm saying he had a good career after that, and I think hopefully Ethan could do that. But got to be really excited about Elias Williams and Ethan Barber.
Elias got to get his blocking down, but he definitely can catch it.
He's so much thicker than we saw him in high school. He's not missed any lifts. That's obvious. And if you haven't missed a lift, I want you to lift up one of the Yuengling flights. Come and cheer on the next generation of UGA football with the next generation of light beer, Flight by Yuengling. is the product of 6 generations of brewing, coming in at only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories. Raise a flight by Yingling and celebrate responsibly.
Let's talk about Kentucky's quarterback situation real fast. It started out with Zach Calzada at the beginning of the year, who's played pretty much everywhere in college football. Texas A&M, had a stint at Auburn. I believe Incarnate Word was in there. Starting quarterback now is Cutter Boley. He's a redshirt freshman, big kid, Roddy, 6'5", 220. He is from Kentucky, and I went and looked at his bio on their website. His go-to karaoke song is Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash.
Well, he's got good taste. So
he likes Johnny, eh?
His brother played tight end at Wyoming. Dad played basketball at Western Kentucky.
Go Hilltoppers. Coach, interesting. Georgia went 3 for 3 on third downs. Coach, you were asking what was the complaint going to be about that drive? I found it.
All right, well,
UGA runs the ball 82% of the time. Once they're in the red zone, Bobo has got to go.
He's what?
Bobo's got to go because they run the ball 82% of the time when they're in the red zone.
Well, that time it worked out.
I would say most teams are 90%.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a pass play and Gunner scrambled. So what are we even talking about?
One of the things we've got over there, we have a system that's got an air condition over there, but it's also got a deal that's glare resistant. So when they're looking at the iPads, the sun doesn't get the glare. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I've wondered how you could see.
That's pretty much thinking about everything, isn't it?
In the middle of the day, seeing those damn things. I can barely see my computer iPad outside. So
pretty slick. Learn something new every day. Short kick. Turned out good, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I like that.
Although I think it doesn't make any difference if you fair catch it. I didn't realize this boy was that tall. Probably a gunslinger.
He was a big boy. According to Jed May, Ellis Robinson is getting the start at cornerback. So.
Well, either going to get an interception or big play or penalty.
I'm about to say
interference.
Yeah, I'm about to say pass interference.
Got
or
Kyron Jones in there.
Yeah.
8 yards.
That's
standing up.
Yeah.
Fast game.
Thing that plagued Kentucky against South Carolina last week was turnovers. They had 4 total, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
Also had a pick of, scoop and score on them, which of those 4 really hurt him. He likes Johnny Cash too. He's all black.
First down, Kentucky. Yeah, Mark Stoops, longest tenured coach in the league. And if you'll remember, Texas A&M was pursuing him before they hired Mike Elko. A&M fans kind of revolted against that. And now Stoops is on probably not solid ground in Kentucky now.
Lost 9 straight conference games. Just watch pad level here. Our team is way too high. Look, they're taking on blocks too high.
Stood up. You're right. Oh, they brought Chris Cole. That's what I thought they were going to do, but I wasn't expecting him on first down.
You got to make a play there, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible.
Flag coach, ineligible receiver.
Was that Chris Cole?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're hoping they can stop themselves. That'll help us.
Yeah. That's the same thing Georgia got tagged with last week.
Well, it's a tough deal.
It is. I mean, it's tough, yeah.
You got an RPO, so the lineman's blocking a run, and if the quarterback doesn't throw it on time, he's going to be downfield. It's not the kid's fault.
I know. I'm just saying he got, I don't say suckered, but he got penalized the same way Georgia did last week. Just you don't know what's going on behind you.
Our guy was on the offside when he went downfield last week. This is where we ought to get him here.
Going empty.
Georgia saw that coming. Wow, look
Still
at
got 3 yards.
Go ahead.
I'd be careful about pressuring them here. This Macklin kid, his brother played for Missouri.
Yep.
Playing the pros, and he can beat you deep. They lost a couple guys to the portal that had some good speed. They got a pretty good looking old line size wise.
Yeah. And physical team. Does it look like that guy looks like all right. Well, each run they're getting 5-6 yards.
Kentucky's considered the worst team in the SEC by most prognosticators, but they did give Ole Miss all they could handle back on September 6th.
I like that call against us, just 3rd and 5. Out of bounds. Way to cover, KJ.
How'd you know it was out of bounds before they even scroll down that way?
Just the way you let it go looked to me like.
Okay, I got you. They laid out the halfback. Don't have to worry about him going out of the flats if you knock him down.
Good time for a fake.
I was thinking, hoping Georgia might actually try to get a chance to
catch it and run with it. But don't catch it on the 3 yard like Kirby gonna catch him. Ooh.
Oh, he just saw where he was. He just noticed where he was.
I thought this was on the West Coast. Transfer from USC. He got it the wrong time there.
Stadium filled out, Radi. You're right.
Folks, if you've not watched these before, Coach has a very hard and fast rule about punts when they're kicking, about to pin you deep. Put your heels on the 10-yard line, and if it goes over your head, just leave it alone. Don't drift back, and that's exactly why. You catch it there, you do a fair catch, and now you're on the
17 yards right there.
Yeah. So that's almost 2 first downs, and that's why coach is coach. So while we got a break here in the action, I do want to mention our friends at Athens Ford. They are one of our long-time sponsors of our show. They are recipients of the 2024 President's Award that goes to a dealership from Ford that has the highest customer satisfaction. It's not just who sold the most cars. It's based on who made their customers the happiest. That's the point. I mean, they could, these fleet dealers could go and have the most car sales, but you have to make people happy. And now Athens Ford does do fleet things. The reason we found out about Athens Ford was because a friend of mine who worked for air and overhead doors, he has to buy a lot of vehicles because they drive all over the place, putting in garage doors, repairing garage doors and stuff like that. And he's good friends with Brian Clower, the GM of there. And he says, look, I buy all my cars from him. I mean, all my trucks, all the F-150s, F-250s and stuff like that. He's, and they do great, they do all of our fleet maintenance. And so if you need multiple vehicles, you need fleets, vehicles, you can go out to Athens Ford. But if you're just like me and you're trying to buy a car for an 86-year-old woman or a 19-year-old son, then you go out there and you see why they won the President's Cup. So my point is, if you want that kind of Chick-fil-A, Publix, high-end customer service, but you want it when you buy a car, you don't want to be gouged and you don't want to feel like there's this pressure to, do all these add-ons and ridiculous warranties that you don't understand and all that BS. Go out to Athens Ford. You're going to have such a great experience. You're actually going to enjoy your time out there. I'll put it to you this way. If you go buy a car out there, you will have such a good experience that you will take it to them later on for most of your service, because you're going to find out what a nice place it is, what a neat place is, how clean it is, how much they cater to you when you're out there getting any sort of service done. You're going to wind up saying, look, that's where I need to get my tires from. Oh, the battery's acting up. That's where I need to go. Anything and all that may be you have an issue with your car, whether you bought it from them or not, you're going to go out to Athens Ford and be a very happy service customer as well. Oh, there it is. He's like, exactly what Coach Donnan said. He's going to catch hell from Kirby Smart about that when he gets to the sideline, and Kirby Smart is explaining why you don't catch it there. And
those are the difference between really those kind of decisions really hurt you.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Your goal as an offensive team when you're backed up like this, philosophically, is to get one first down, so you don't have to punt out of your end zone. Obviously, you would like to get more, but if you get one, then you can get into your game plan. But looks like we're going to try to hit the inside zone there, fake it and go deep.
That's exactly what they did.
He's
held him.
I like the shot, though.
Hey, let's keep eye on left tackle. I just got a note from a contact that Monroe Freeling looks like he's not going back in right now.
So Hewley's in there?
Yep.
Checking out his leg or his knee.
He wasn't running fast enough. He waited to see if he threw it. That's his fault.
Yeah.
Keep it, Gunner. Keep it.
There you go. London Humphreys with a huge catch.
That was definitely an RPO there, based on the linebacker.
Okay.
Throw it behind him. Gunner's got a little rhythm here now. See that linebacker step up? So he threw it right behind him. Excellent.
So 18-yard pass. Earlier they had a 19-yard run. That makes up for the mistake. Now Georgia's sitting on their 22.
We just can't get any rhythm with our offensive line. We get guys hurt.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, seriously, he can keep it every time if he wants to.
Oh, my God.
The TV broadcast catching up to what we hit first.
All right, make him miss you.
There you go. And run through, get the first down.
Now, Coach, you're just bragging when you're doing that. You make him, and then he's able to do that. That's
now he's getting up with a cramp.
Yeah.
This is the quite kind of quarterback play you need. I mean, a free rusher, and you just throw it on the guy.
Oh, it's just a cramp.
Hard to be defensively. You be in good position. You just gonna go unbalanced here with 7 in motion.
There's unbalanced, 7 in motion, and nobody could block him.
They're just overcommitting to the run.
Yeah.
Quarterback's got to keep the ball. We're doing good, though. I mean, well, they've run 5 plays, and we've run about 14. 15, maybe. We had 12.
So that offensive line right now, Hughley, Morris, Bobo, Glover, and the big man on the right side, Gaston.
5 to 18, Coach. There he goes. Whoop! That's a hard work for 8 yards.
Pinball. Seriously, though, just get it to the guy and sneak. They weren't lined up. That's good. That's what we should have done. Other than that.
I was about to say. That worked great. What about last week?
Stay in the game, son. Don't. We lead America in substitution.
Is that a position coach, or how do they determine that, or is that ebb and flow and just total coaching staff?
I think it's Kirby making sure these guys don't transfer.
That ball was tipped.
You got to get a deeper set there, Juan. Plus, he threw it way too early. There's this quarterback technique. If you're going to throw a flare pass, you got to get your eyes down the field, sucked the rush in, and then he threw it way too early. Juan wasn't even engaged with the guy. See that?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about getting him to marry him. Still got the chance of quarterback draw here if you want it.
I mean,
you son of. This game was played before. He watched it on TV.
He's doing that Jeopardy thing where you watch it on the early feed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, just coming up a lot of 3rd and 2s. You like that? I think one thing I'm talking about him keeping the ball. I think probably they don't want to have it in his hands quite that much, but
yeah.
We're not as good on the left side right now. We have to take a timeout.
Kentucky took the timeout.
Okay. I was like, well, I started to look for the game clock or the play clock. I'm like, wait. This is taking way too long.
They always talk about Stoops' tenure at Kentucky and how he's the longest tenured in the SEC. Brad White, the defensive coordinator, has been with Kentucky since 2018. He came from the Indianapolis Colts before that.
You know where Brad White started out in college?
Where?
No idea.
He's a walk-on for me.
What?
We got him to walk on, and he was good. He was on the scout team, and he got up at the banquet the year that I wasn't the coach anymore, that before the bowl game, and said, Coach Donnan's not going to be the coach here. I'm going to go somewhere else. And he transferred to Wake Forest with Brad Lambert, and he played, was a good linebacker for Wake, and then got in coaching, and it's done really well. And
I want the audience to know I didn't set that up because I knew that story was going there.
No.
Coach just knows everybody.
I didn't ask you to.
No.
I mean, we got to give him credit for he's a Georgia starter.
Yeah,
he's another guy in the portal. When there wasn't a
come
portal.
on, Coach, that hurts.
But what I liked about him was, he stood up and said that we had treated him right, and we were going to give him a scholarship, which we were, and he didn't want to wait around and see who the new coach was, and he knew Coach Lambert was going to take care of him, and so he transferred to Wake and sat out a year. Had a good career.
That's amazing.
A little more turnover on the offensive side of the ball for Kentucky. Bush Hamden, their offensive coordinator, you'll remember Liam Cohen was at Kentucky, left to the NFL, came back to Kentucky. Now he's back in the NFL as the head coach of the Jaguars. Bush Hamden came in from Boise State, I believe.
Right. Here's the thing about our offensive line. Every time we get it going, something happens.
It's just,
I mean,
it's a curse, Coach. It's a
started
curse.
the season out, with new right guard and Green. So
they didn't make it through the first quarter.
The only person that hadn't been hurt this year is Bobo. Micah broke his hand. Green's been hurt. Glover's played, but we just haven't.
But he hadn't played all the snaps, so he hasn't been. The only guy that's played all your downs has been Drew. I'm impressed. Just can't win for losing sometimes when it comes to the O-line. It's been frustrating. But again, that's where the big boys play. It's a tough spot.
The happiest people in the stadium right now? Defensive staff for Georgia.
Let's see. I think they faced 5 snaps.
Well, I mean, just because our MO has got to be get ahead, use our pressure package. And I was saying that from a positive standpoint.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just saying, Kentucky, there's 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the first quarter, and Kentucky's had 5 snaps. Georgia still has the ball facing a 3rd and 2 on the Kentucky 48. Worst case scenario, you don't convert this and you punt them deep. So,
couple early scores from around the country. Wisconsin and Michigan tied at 7. That's late in the first quarter. Air Force and Navy, Air Force 7-3 right now, first quarter. Clemson 14, North Carolina 3.
What's the score on Air Force 7-3?
7-3.
See, I need Air Force to pull this one out.
Drew Cronick, one of my players here, is a coordinator for Navy now.
All right, we're going to be at odds here. You and me going to fight.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Good awareness to slide down there, not take another big hit.
Well, it's just you can't play the quarterback run with that kind of front. You just got to be careful. You got to like go fast and go deep. Go short either way. That's a penalty right there.
There it is. There you go.
Tremendous. Let me just go real quick here. Not that I know everything, but he was going deep, but he was covered, so he back shouldered him short. Our first down pass has been good. This is kind of potential our old offense has with a quarterback that can do those kind of things. See, look at him. Excellent job.
Nice blocks.
Bowens didn't really want to take that guy on, but he did.
But he did.
Beautiful catch by Humphrey, just using his body and to put himself between him and the defender.
Did you see Gunner's vision in the open field? Like, he's very comfortable doing that.
This should be a walk-in if he would keep it there.
Look at all that to the right.
Fade.
I don't understand that play now. But
go to the big tall receiver, I suppose. But yeah,
I mean, you got 4 yards or what is it? Freeling going in for get an MRI.
6 yards.
Another unbalanced there.
Run it again, Gunner.
He can keep it if this guy comes hard on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. One man to beat.
Kentucky played it okay, but then they didn't make the tackle.
That's a good point.
You still got to tackle him. I mean, I need to go ahead and leave. I can't get many more of these reps.
You have been on a heater. You are Joey Aguilar.
Sometimes a team misses tackles and helps a little bit. But that's a basic 97-yard march there.
13 plays, 96 yards.
Gunner and IV.
In 5 minutes. Gunner Stockton, 48 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns rushing.
I can say he's probably not going to be running quite as much after this. I mean,
well, for a team that has had 2 dreadful first quarters against Tennessee and Alabama, this has been really good for Georgia in terms of controlling the flow of this quarter, but then also having enough explosive plays to go score.
Juan Gaston, you got to go a little faster, man. Tiptoe through the tulip.
There's no way that should have been a touchdown.
No, you're right. No.
Well, that's what we were hoping would happen the other night when several times, but
was it a situation where we just didn't call it more last week, or did Gunner just not decide to run it more?
We hadn't really called that many runs, really. I mean,
okay. I mean, that's the stuff I don't know. When you see a run, it's like, well, is that was that designed? Was that just, him deciding to tuck and run? We give him and or Mike Bobo credit or blame a lot of times, depending, because we're just not sure as to, why he ran at that time. That's why I was asking, because, to the layman like me, I'm just not sure exactly why he did it. So I appreciate that.
I want to give a shout out to Camille and her husband out in San Diego watching us. She says she's on a baby moon. I guess she's expecting a baby, so they're out there with a little trip. So good supporters of the dogs and good supporters of ours. So have a good time out there. Go to the zoo and go over there to the Marriott out there on the beach. It's really good.
Thanks for including us in your baby moon.
Yeah,
that may be a first for us.
Congratulations.
I think it's their
Mashallah.
I think it's their third one.
Say.
Get a little turnover here.
This is we're going to see if Kentucky's going to fight today, if they're going to roll over.
Oh, look at all those cut blocks.
Way to get out there and tackle.
Jordan Hall's like, I'm telling you, on this next play, after you try to cut me, we are going to fight.
I saw a preliminary pro draft that this one guy from Pro Football had C.J. Allen in the first round.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising me.
I think that shocked me, Coach, because
I think he's a good player, but he's got to do better against the pass.
Yeah.
We got to hold up against the running with this look right here because it's pretty soft on the right hand side over there.
Just got one.
Well, not as soft as that was.
Horrible angle from DeMello Jones there.
Who's 20?
Isn't that him?
No, that's Ja'Cory Thomas.
Okay.
DeMello is the corner, and he took the outside and left the inside open.
Yeah, DeMello's 15.
Bowling got beat too.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Dominant one for Georgia as the Bulldogs gain 165 yards, very balanced with 90 on the ground, 75 in the air.
I mean, that's exactly what you're hoping for. 5 for 5 on third downs for the Bulldogs. I'm liking that after last week. 25 plays to 7, although that was a very nice 38-yard pickup for Kentucky, so they're cooking. We're going to take a equity prime mortgage break here between the quarters. I do want to mention that Equity Prime Mortgage is a new sponsor for us, so you may not have heard of them. You're like, who the hell's that? And it's not one of those names that actually rolls off the tongue. It's not that easy to remember. So I tell folks to just look up EPM. EPM. Just think of EPM, and that will help you. These guys do multi millions of dollars per year through mortgages. They have people like to talk about bandwidth all the time. You guys have bandwidth like you wouldn't believe when it comes to getting people a good rate, and for these big purchases. And it's fast. They're quick. You usually can find out in about 24 hours if you're going to be squared away. They had a huge month of August. I mean, another record month. And I'm just going to say that's because on August 30th, they advertised with us. I'm just going to go ahead and claim that was all on us, but yeah, it's not. They're really good at what they do. They're an all-in-one partner, which basically, you always feel like you have to go to your mortgage lender, and then you have to go to the banker, and then you have to go to somebody else, and then you have to go, your realtor's fighting back and forth. It drives you crazy. And then you're not sure what it is. Well, if you want to have kind of an all-in-one person who will say, look, I am your rep. I'm your advocate. I am in your corner. I'm your cut man. I got you. I'm your coach. They're going to get you from start to finish. And you can also price out your loan and see what it is, because a lot of times the numbers just don't make any sense. They do hundreds of millions of dollars per month. If you think about that, this isn't a small little rinky-dink mortgage company, but they act like they're still a mom and pop, but they do hundreds of millions of dollars per month. So if you are looking to buy a commercial property, looking to buy a house, looking to buy anything, reach out to Equity Prime Mortgage, EPMwholesale.com. And I guarantee you will not find people who will work harder for you in the entire industry. I have some friends that are in the mortgage business. Guy I went to high school with, he's really good. One of my best friends, his brother's in it. I love those guys, but if I'm buying a house tomorrow, I'm going to call an Equity Prime Mortgage and say, look, Eddie, y'all take care of me, and they will.
Yeah, I want to make this one statement about Prime Mortgage and Eddie Press. Very loyal dog. We talk about everybody that supports our team, and he doesn't want any credit, but he does a good job, just like Alan Brock and the farmers and our lawyer friend. They're all behind us all the way.
There you go.
Need to get a turnover here.
Nice job, Quintavious Johnson there, just grabbing the guy and locking him down.
He's going to say, we just need to get off the field.
Leading receiver for Kentucky this year is 81, the tight end Willie Rodriguez, if they need some short yardage. may look at him.
Oh, there's no help.
That's not Willie, but
linebacker.
Touchdown, Kentucky. We'll toss to the tight end. Went in untouched.
Josh Caddis. Well, I said we're about to see if Kentucky has any fight.
They absolutely did. Drove the field.
Watch the area behind the linebackers here. I don't know what we're in man or.
I swear they had both guys go to the right.
Good concept.
Yeah.
That's up to 74 yards passing for Kentucky. They have 22 on the ground.
The guys hit every pass but one, hasn't he?
Correct. 4 or 5, 74 yards and a touchdown.
I'm talking about the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get your average up, you play against us, man.
Yeah.
What is he for the game?
4 or 5 for 74 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that was as easy as it gets.
And they've had a completion of 38 yards and a completion of 29 yards.
We got no underneath coverage unless we play man. Just
Will Simpson asked, was that C.J. Allen that missed that, or was it a combination of other people?
well, it's two things. Good question. The linebacker had a poor fit, and then the safety, we got no safety rotation there. They put a guy in motion, and whoever the safety was that was in the short flat should have come on over a little bit, but he didn't. He just stayed over there against the air. You got to recognize combinations, which, again, is something that we do with our defensive backs as good as anybody, but these younger guys are the ones that hadn't played, just don't get the concept. I mean, this is 3 games now, and we were in contention a couple of times against Bama, but I would have to say that since we've been doing this show, have you ever seen as many guys as wide ass open as they are against us?
No, it's mind blowing.
If he kicks us
Towards the
like
end of last year, we saw a little bit more too.
if he kicks us like he did before, you back up a little bit and catch it on the run, Zach, you might have a chance to take this one back.
Coach, there are a couple individual players that I think elite NFL quality players that have seemed like they were always open, but this not a theme like this. Like when Georgia played Texas last year, it felt like Matthew Golden was always open, but that wasn't just against Georgia. That was against most teams.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a prime guy, but how'd you like to be undefeated and be getting beat 17-6 like Iowa State?
Oof, that's.
It's like we got the same lineup in here. Glad to see Frazier back in. Be patient here now. Don't forget to throw the bell.
Yes, sir.
You son of a... How the hell do you do that?
I didn't like him wiggling like that after he caught it, but I mean, I got a radar unit in here. Don't forget.
I think you got an earpiece in those glasses there under your hat. Mike's telling you what he's about to call. There's a nice chunk play.
Should I try it? Don't forget about Branch here.
Oscar Delp. Don't forget about Oscar Delp. Oh, no, he went in.
Damn it.
Yeah, it doesn't work for us. It only works for Coach. Push him forward. Dude, guys, come on.
You know, we're the ones with the headsets.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that I don't really like about Frazier right now, he's so worried about fumbling. He's running there with 2 arms on the ball. You can't run like that. Did you see that?
I did see that.
I mean, not being overly critical, but you got to get enough confidence so you can scrape your rib cage and walk. There's Brad White. Got a little beard there.
Looks good on him.
Got 1-on-1 again.
All day. That's a flag downfield.
On them holding downfield. They can't cover this guy. Thank goodness they realize who he is. Don't come out of the game because you're tired. You've been waiting to get your ass in there. Don't hold your hand up. If they're not going to rush any more than that, I mean, we might as well go to keep throwing every down.
Yeah, I'd say that's holding.
He helps him a little bit with that white shirt holding out behind his underneath him. Leave him alone, Kirby. He's doing good. Run to the left. Hey, keep throwing it down the middle.
Oh, pick. Tough throw there from Gunner.
First pick of the year and just stupid. He didn't even see that safety. Didn't see the safety. See that? He thought he had the post down the middle.
Yep. Intended for London Humphreys. He got Delp over the top.
That's just terrible right there. That's high school. You're reading one receiver and don't see the free safety in the middle. As good as he's played, that was just poor. First down, don't ever throw the ball in the middle unless you throw it over the top.
What do you do on the sideline after that, Coach? Because Bobo's up in the booth. You've got Streeter down there on the sideline.
Well, you got two things you can do there.
Somebody get to him. Oh, okay. Georgia gets
you got
sacked.
a direct shot with Streeter talking to him, or you got an extra telephone that Bobo can talk to him. But the idea is there. You always look. When you're throwing a ball over the middle, pre-snap, you check the middle of the field. Is it open or is it closed? Well, it was closed. That means if you're going to throw the ball to the shorter post route, you got to throw it early before the free safety can jump it. I mean, that's something you teach very early.
I like that motion. Get him to
just tackle. Attaboy. This will be a really good stop here if we can get off the field.
Two great great job by both guys there, and Raylan Wilson and Daylen Everett. Daylen getting off his block, Raylan Wilson running him down. We're
probably going to play man coverage here and get beat. We're either going to get sacked or get beat.
How much pressure do you bring on a 3rd and 9?
Bring it all.
Light them up.
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
Can't tell with this cover. Yep. We're playing man at the top.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that should have been completed.
Yeah. You got lucky there.
It's a couple
That's your only chance with us. Get those Ayatollah throws.
You know, the thing about the interception for Gunner is
throw the Ayatollah.
That's not going to help his confidence in letting it rip. He'd been so good about ball control, protecting the football for Georgia, to the point that he left some big plays on the field.
That's Daylen Everett right there. You're right, but we critique the hell out of the quarterback, but I don't think that's going to bother him as much as just the fact that we got a chance to block it. Oh, we got roughing the kicker, though. We thought we might could block one against these guys. Hopefully he didn't call it, but
yeah.
No flag.
They said the flag is down.
They did?
No, it says no flag is down.
Oh, okay. I could barely hear that. I heard flag is down. I guess he was saying no flag is down. I'm like, oof.
Man, oh, man, oh, man.
Come after
that. Can you believe how bad Everett got beat?
Yeah, I do believe it.
He usually doesn't get beat deep, though.
Yeah, that's true. He's much.
Well, we've been on him about playing it short route, and he was playing it short, and they beat him deep.
Yeah, they've been getting him on slants and hitches all year, so I get it. I want to mention our friends at Morris and Dean. It is a fantastic law firm up in Northwest Georgia. They take care of the folks all over the state if you need them, but their offices are up in Dalton. They also work in the Tennessee area as well. I haven't mentioned this before, and I need to. They have a no win, no fee guarantee. So at Morris and Dean Personal Injury Lawyers, they are dedicated to the best possible results for your case. With their no-win, no-fee guarantee, you won't have to worry about attorney fees unless they secure a positive outcome for you. Your peace of mind is their priority. Point being, if you're like, well, I can't afford a lawyer, and if this case doesn't work out, I'm going to have lawyer fees on top of that. If they take your case, they have a no-win, no-fee guarantee. They also give you a 30-day trial period. So you have a 30-day trial period that's risk-free. If you're not fully satisfied, you can cancel without any penalties or financial commitment. So you reach out to them, and it doesn't cost you anything. And if you're like, after the first 30 days, you're like, I changed my mind. Then it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They shake your hand and you walk out the office, or you click off the Zoom or the meeting or the phone call, and you part as friends, and at least you have somebody there. But if they do go past that, then you have the no win, no fee guarantee. They do go above and beyond for their clients. If visiting their office is difficult, they'll come to you. Don't worry about it. Whether it's your home or the hospital or another convenient location, they will ensure that you receive the legal support you deserve wherever you need it. So I do mention the fact that they're in Dalton, and they do a lot of stuff for that area. They have the giveaways. Jeff Steen's wife's a teacher, and they take care of a lot of the teachers in that area, buying them supplies for their classrooms and such. And, having a Teacher of the Month award where they give them a lot of money. I talk about being pillars of the Dalton area, but they will go everywhere. I know that they had a case not too long ago in Wrightsville. So my point is, if you need them, they will come to you, or get them on the phone. You don't have to. Well, I can't hire them. They're in Dalton. Don't worry about it. So shout out to Jeff Dean. I know that he was broken up about losing Alabama, but he's watching the game. I'm pretty sure he's actually at the game right now. So he'll have to watch this commercial later on.
End of the first quarter. Clemson 28, North Carolina 3.
Really?
Bill Belichick. Chapel Bill.
End of the first quarter, Cincinnati 24, Iowa State 7.
Mark's he's been filling the ears of the refs. He's gonna get a call here in a minute. He's working. I'm trying to get one later on.
There we go.
There's that. That's gonna hit here in a minute. Coach, I need to get you a sandwich.
That was me, man.
I hear the stomach growling, baby.
Nature's not only calling, it's screaming for something to eat. You just got to go on and let Gunner keep the ball if they're going to play like this.
Oh, I thought they had him. Whoop! Nice first down for Chauncey Bowens.
Poor tackling team.
Yeah, I mean they came through so fast, Coach. The penetration was there. I thought, oh man, this is a loss. What?
Bowens with 40 yards rushing.
Keep hitting the play action.
Good job on the pickup by Oscar Delp. Oh my goodness, what an absolute moment. He knocked the hell out of Branch.
Let's see it again.
I would like to. That was
real time. It felt like it was on time, but yeah, that's not a penalty.
I don't know why he jumps up in the air to catch the ball.
It was a little behind him.
That's why he shouldn't have jumped up.
No, I was thinking it was maybe slow down.
Scovey White.
Nate Frazier.
All right.
3rd and 4.
Good call. 2nd and 10, get 6. Nate not going to break many long plays like that.
Yeah. Huddled over the ball like it's
he goes out.
Like it's a Fabergé egg.
Presuming Cash goes in.
We got the underneath routes of these guys. So with the bell out here on the out route.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm done. I'm just going to stop. I'm going to just listen to you guys. I can do it from the car. I'll know exactly what the hell's coming before it happens.
Hey, Coach, lottery numbers. You got anything?
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, got some stock tips.
Yep.
You know what we should do to fund this show is have every time he gets one right, we get somebody to send in a different super chat.
We don't
just
need
$1 a pop. And I think by the end of the show, we can order.
We'll buy lottery tickets with those. Oh, Chauncey tripped over Gaston.
That's a big step back there.
That was ugly.
Yeah.
I think you just got to keep throwing short. Some of these guys are going to back up on you.
All right, 2nd and 13. What you like here, Coach?
See what the formation is, and I'll tell you.
There was never a gap there, and he tripped over Gaston's foot. That
looked like Lucky to stop.
Yeah,
they're coming with some late blitzes there. He's getting hit.
Yeah, they had a free rusher from the right side.
Last time it was.
Good God,
Jesus!
Hurt his shoulder or what?
His arm's hanging dead.
Who goes in now?
Weenie, I guess. ULNI. Are you putting Cal in there?
That's who it is.
He missed the guy. React to the ball, Scovey, and get it. Great play by Gunner.
It's going to be a late hit, maybe? There's a flag on it. Or would it be a hold? Lawson Lucky for a pass interference.
You watch the left guard and left tackle. His first play for the left guard, he's got to come back off that guy. See that?
Yeah, you're right.
So Georgia's now without its 3 most experienced offensive linemen. Green's been out with the back. Freeling's in the locker room.
What a play. Humphrey. What a kick. You got to give Kentucky credit for coming back down 14-0.
I just don't
never seen anything with our O-line. I was just bragging about our O-line coordination and good poise there.
Humphreys may be the most high-impact freshman. Transfer, pardon me, that they've had.
Wow. I get a safety. I just can't believe we were talking about that Georgia had finally settled down the right side of the line. Now both sides of the left are out. I mean, both guys on the left side just snake bit.
It's going to be a quick passing game just to get it out of QB's hands.
I want to know what what voodoo curse they got on him.
Smart by Brad White doing the twist because he got just routine stuff.
Yeah. No, makes sense.
It's going to be a dang. We need to stop them back here and maybe get a little cushion here. This ain't going to be an easy game with this line we got right here.
That was your dance move back at high school days, right, Coach? The twist?
What's that?
You did the twist back in high school at all the dances? Is that right?
No, I did the elevator. Didn't have any steps. No, we were shag. Myrtle Beach shag, and then arm wrapper. You stand up there and just hold your girlfriend forever and don't really move. Just wrap your arms around her.
Yeah, that's still popular today.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Put your head on my shoulder. Real quick, I want to mention the folks over at My Better Life Science, mybls.com. I know it's when you start thinking, what is the name of that thing? I'm frustrated with Georgia's offensive line, but Radi was talking about that allergy company. I can't remember it. Just think My Better Life Science. What makes your life better? knowing what you could be allergic to. Apparently, Georgia's allergic to having healthy offensive linemen. It's I didn't know. They test for 295 different food and inhalant allergy triggers and 286 food sensitivity triggers. I don't know if they test for healthy being allergic to playing more than a half on the offensive line, but maybe they will. Alan Brock, the guy this is his company, they have a common home STD test. They have a common they have a pet allergy test. They have an HPV test. They have a Lyme disease test, which we opened it up to show people how easy it is to do the Lyme testing. You can grab the little sample, you do it on your arm, you mail it in the mailer there, you send it to them, they test it quickly and send it back to you. I'm a big fan of the Lyme test because Lyme test is hard to determine. Even when you go to some of these quick urgent clinics, they can give you a false positive or a false negative. Point is, use the Tick Bite Hero Lyme disease test from My Better Life Science. Also, if you have kids, please do the allergy test and find out, what things in the air or what things food-wise could bother them. Find out if they're sensitive to it or not.
I'm told Micah Morris is out of the injury tent with his helmet still on. That doesn't mean he's not injured. Just saying he's not receiving the private consultation at the moment.
Might have been a stinger.
This is just field position football 101 here. Make them punt. You got to get 3 and out here.
Yep.
Plus, if he punts, you got a chance for return for the first time all year because they got to worry about protection. We've been fair catching all these punts. He's going to fake up in there and throw the ball in the flat. It's a way to come in there, Everett. Good job. See us come with a corner blitz?
I did see that, and so drop him nice.
Hold on to your breath.
Look for the tight ends here.
They're going to throw a safety valve screen out there to that number 1 on the bubble.
They have the numbers up there.
There's the bubble. Get him.
Good job,
wow.
KJ. CJ.
I even got their place.
Yeah, you did. I was about to say. Honestly, we need to go back and do a rewatch and see how many of these he nailed.
I like to see Zachariah return this for a touchdown.
Okay.
I mean, if you've ever had a chance to return one, get lined up. And I was the wrong guy. He threw it to 17 instead of 1. But the reason they did it is because safe. You might make a first down, but you don't. Let's see if he rugby kicks this.
Oh, it looked like it hit the ground.
That's a good punt. That's a good return. Flag.
Oh, flag.
Freshman, number 10, stupid-ass block in the back.
Elias Williams.
Well, we had it all set up, didn't we?
You did. You called it. Or maybe that might be Zayden Walker.
Kirby.
Williams.
He's back in. I think we're set up for.
I think yeah.
I think we're set up for 4 down, pound that sucker.
Shout out to Micah Morris going back out there. If I'm guessing that he had a stinger down that arm, the way he was just letting it hang there, probably just hurt. But he's back out there, and he's tough. That's what you need from your senior leader.
Kirby giving a little offensive line speech down there.
There you go. He can't stop off tackle play the way they lined up.
8.5, 9 yards there.
Break one now. There you go. Come on, pressure.
Oh, how did he not?
You got that much speed. Go on outside with it. Gee, many Christmas.
Oh, and that is not a kind spot.
As we approach middle eight territory, remember Kentucky does get the ball to start the third quarter.
Oh, man. Just little things like that. I mean,
yeah.
Sneak right here. Well,
no.
They're going to get inside pressure here. He's going backside. Watch it. He's going to get hit before he touches the ball.
Jaden Riddell in the game.
3 tight ends to the right. Oh, he got hit. Oh, flag.
I like the call.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it would have been wide ass open.
Well, remember 2 years ago when we played here, we had Brock Bowers on a crossing route on that. I like to sick him on 3rd and 1. Mike's doing a good job with the offense. I think it's like 8 penalties on Kentucky, isn't it?
They do have a lot. 4 for 31.
Well, some of them been turned down, I guess.
Of course, that might not be updated too, Coach. That's why I like to have the stat thing in front of me. But a lot of times it's behind.
Bowens is the back. Branch crossing the formation.
Follow that block by Oscar Delp.
One thing about him, he'll go north and south.
Yep. Well, they are crowding the box now.
Well, let them crowd it. I think their passing game is not real slick right now.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying that Georgia's having success, so they're having to come up and try to stop it.
Wonder if we get a little peanut in this game.
Other thing you got is quarterback run. We scored twice down here with it.
Well, look at that head of steam Chauncey Bowens is about to get. Look, he came out of the starting blocks. Wow.
Good call by you.
Well, he was like 2 yards deeper than he
Glover
normally is.
downfield. I mean, that was a tomahawk by him. Mm-hmm. That's a good old Herschel Walker play there. 35 gut. Take him out, though.
Of course, he's too successful.
Watch Glover.
Yeah. Look, he just drove that guy away down there.
Stay with it.
McCray in the game.
Oof. He got more than I thought he would.
He got good lean.
He does. Do you remember Marcus Lattimore's lean?
Yeah.
Dude just looked like he was a 35-degree angle. I mean, I felt like no matter who hit him, he was going to get 6 yards.
Is that McCray going out? I would have thought they had let him run it again.
That makes too much sense.
That's Frazier in the game.
In there, let him score one, get his toss.
Or sweep. Bell on the sweep.
Bell loves
it. Is.
It's there. Touchdown.
Yeah. Good call. Well done. Well done.
Got a lot of weapons.
I thought that was a great way to answer. You think about it. You had a turnover, then you had a bad series there. You punt them down to the 1. You get the 3 and outs. Then you drive the field. 21-7. Got to like that.
It's 5 Georgia players with rushing attempts in this game. Chauncey Bowens 9 for 51. Gunnar Stockton 6 for 48. Frazier 5 for 20. McCray 2 for 12. And then Dylan Bell with the touchdown there.
And here's the thing. Dylan, I hate to say deserves that, but he does. This is a senior year. Was expecting to kind of I don't want to say a breakout year, but he could have transferred. His brother comes in, and this is a kid who he fights like hell for you when downfield blocking. He's jumped in at running back when needed. He does everything that you ask of him. But at the same time, I don't feel bad if they throw to Colby Young or Zach Branch instead of him. So I'm not going to stand here and go feed Dylan. I want the best guy to have it, but he's proving it's like, look, you saw that big pass to him earlier in the game. He's definitely gotten better, and you reward him. So every time he touches, I'm excited as well. And if you got it right there, it's almost pick who you want to get the touchdown. And I think giving him the first crack at it was a nice touch there. It's like, thank you for all your hard work. If you can punch this one in, great. If not, we'll give it to Nate to try. Nate Frazier try to bring up his confidence, or Gunnar go for his third one of the day. But I do like the call there, just to like the call and like the personnel that they gave it to.
Georgia up to 241 total yards, 6 of 7 on third down. Pretty balanced attack. 134 rushing yards to 107 passing. 3 of 3 in the red zone, Radi. So pretty much by any metric, Georgia's offense has been really good today, I would say, other than the Gunnar Stockton interception there. And there's been a couple ticky-tack things of not leaning to get the first down or not kicking it outside to use your speed. But as a whole, Georgia's offense has been very efficient, very explosive, and Georgia has controlled this first half.
We will always harp on some of the small things, but when it's working, when it's rolling, because here's the thing, somebody was telling me as well, Georgia does well against bad teams, but they can't score a lot of points against the good teams. I'm like, listen, son of a bitch, you tell me which offensive coordinator scores more against a top 5 team or a top 10 team than he does against the, Utah School for the Deaf or something like that. When you get a weak team come in there, you're going to score 50, 60, 70 points. But when you're facing an Alabama or Ohio State, you're not going to score 35 points or 48 points or something like that. It's just, that's the nature. Unless you can, I'd be very curious to see if there's an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator who gives up fewer points to great teams than he does. We're I don't say negative by nature, but we all want to feel like we know what the hell's going on. So we nitpick over things, make it sound like we know what's going on. The only kids that really know is the ones that are out there. So,
well, the good thing about it, spreading the wealth there, like you need a guy like Bell to touch the ball. Like he said, like at least 4 touches.
Do we want to give away a flight prize pack real fast?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Even if you did cut Coach off mid-phrase.
He can finish, and I'll do my generator.
You gonna let Coach what?
I was gonna let you finish your point there.
I was gonna interrupt him again.
There he is. He's looking at one thing I would tell him is get that T-shirt. Yeah. Something they can grab there. Still got our timeouts left. We might get the ball back. Did he kick it out of bounds? Kirby gonna go nuts on that one too.
Here we go. Generator has gotten us Brett Weimer. Brett, email Radi, R-A-D-I, at UGASports.com.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Brett Weimer, email Radi, R-A-D-I, at UGASports.com. You'll need to give your shirt size and your mailing address to claim your prize.
In the next half, we are going to give away one of the Yuengling coolers. These are very, very nice coolers. You're going to definitely want to check those out. What's going on with Iowa State trailing
Cincinnati
17 to Cincinnati? Not what I was expecting.
Watch a deep shot. Tackle. We got no speed on the edge. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Can you believe it?
Kentucky's only had the ball 8 minutes in this first half. Georgia's dominated time of possession.
I'm glad that's all they've had it. Running to the left.
Coach David West asked, what's wrong with special teams? A lot of errors today. I will say London Humphreys pinning them deep back there.
Yeah, but then you run into the kicker. Mm-hmm. You do a fair punt, the fair catch on the 3.
Jordan Hall down.
Kick one out of bounds. Good.
There's always something. God, with injuries, I hate to see him grabbing his knee.
Kirby talks about how physical this game with Kentucky is every year.
Yeah.
I don't know that this is necessarily representative of previous seasons. Like Coach said, it doesn't really matter, but a lot of line of scrimmage injuries for Georgia in this game.
No, that's what I said. Coach pointed out that big offensive line on the first series, or Kentucky's first series. You saw the size of those kids. it's a war down there in those trenches, and Georgia's running the ball. They're slamming into the defensive players, and those guys are fighting back, and vice versa. It is there's a reason that Kirby, and he doesn't do this about every other game. He'll talk about other contests. This one always goes back and forth. In this game we only get so many possessions, so we have to make a lot out of them. In other words, he has kind of a characteristic for each team that he plays, and he's very, very frank about Kentucky. He said it every year when he plays them. He's like, this is one of our most physical games of the year. So he's not lying about it. So Hall is limping off, is helped off the field, limping heavily on his right leg. Looked to be in a decent amount of pain as the trainers helped him up. So
we're going to be fortunate to get off the field without them scoring here. We do have some skill players, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's kind of when you stepped out, I was talking about Dylan Bell. When you're right there on the goal line, you kind of have your choice. Do you want to give it to McCray? He'll punch it in. Chauncey will punch it in. Nate, very likely as well. Gunner can keep it like he's done twice. On that little sweep there, it's like, well, we can dial up Dylan Bell, Scovey White, half a dozen others, London Humphreys. So
it's hard to throw deep on these guys as much as they play off of. So we just got to keep it short.
Who are the other guys that could potentially cycle in here defensive line-wise for Georgia? We've seen J.J. Haney a little bit this year. McLeod obviously gets a lot of playing time. Christian Miller.
I got to think McLeod or who's 91? Is that Jordan?
I don't know, but 91.
I thought for sure I saw him a couple weeks ago.
J.J. Haney, 96. We've seen him a little bit. You start going down the depth chart there, you're getting the guys like Nazir Johnson, 88, but he hasn't really seen action at Georgia.
Boko, bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
Let Christian slide over a little bit. I feel bad. This guy on Twitter, K Squared, he says, rush, pass, go down with an injury.
What's that?
Rush or pass, go down with an injury. That's just how this game has felt. It's like there's so many guys getting hurt. It's driving me crazy.
Good job, Christian Miller, and 33.
When this game goes to halftime, we'll also take a halftime break. I'll pop up the stat sheet on here.
81, it was Josh Horton. Sorry. Ooh, that is not a happy-looking Jordan Hall. And remember, this is a guy who's had 2 different leg injuries. Gabe Harris looked to be offsides there. I'm glad he wasn't, but
Gonna be 3rd and 1.
See Quintavious Johnson in coverage, Coach.
Zone blitz. Drop back.
They're gonna have to go NASCAR here with that clock running. 2 timeouts for the Wildcats. Yeah, they're letting the time tick away.
Keep it here and go to the left.
You're trying to get a first down.
All right, Georgia adjusts to their check.
Left tackle. That's why you lost 9 straight games. You try to get the perfect play and you lose 45 seconds there. Atta boy, get on, Jesse. Jesse was out there last night looking for one of the new Golden Bachelors.
God damn, Coach.
I talked to Jesse about setting up something on the after party for my daughter Paige. Wants to go out and watch the after party one time for the Bachelor. He said he'd get her some tickets.
There you go.
I like old Jesse.
Not like you to like many Gators. I'm glad.
He's from Canada, though.
Canadian Gators are
Sure.
okay. Yeah.
You got the alligator and you got the Canadian gator. That guy's got ink on his hand there where he's trying to rubber stamp that play.
Let's see if they have the perfect play call this time.
Hand off to Law to the left. Oh,
pop pass.
Nice. That was a well done. Good play. That was a good play call. I give him credit on that.
Chris Calvin says, Coach is calling it today. Nostradamus.
Yep.
Thanks for the super chat,
Chris.
Double
move on us here for a minute. We're going to watch it. You got to get lined up there, Raylan. It's just amazing how much we give them.
Yep. Get out of bounds, 34 seconds.
You just don't feel that presence with our defense, do you?
No.
Like it's the other team's worried about too much.
Yeah.
I mean, they just go back,
So
radar it. It's like right here, going to throw in front of somebody on the left.
I don't need to.
Down to 28 seconds. Chains will move. Clock will stop.
I don't think they have any timeouts left, do they?
They have one.
Picked up 11 yards.
They moved those chains quickly because that clock rolled.
It's like Alabama last week. Going to fade.
Just can't get there.
And he got out of bounds.
Throw it on Joe Nell.
So they got a couple shots at the end zone. They can stop the clock if they had to.
This is a mistake by Kentucky. Why don't you just huddle up here?
19, 18. What did they?
Are they taking the timeout?
Georgia is.
Okay.
Yeah, that I could see Kirby saying, "Look, we gotta." Oh wait, review, coach.
That's a great catch.
I don't know what there is to review there. He had possession of that.
He's kind of holding against his body, but here's the thing, though. When we watch these in slow motion, it looks like he's holding on to the ball forever.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
I don't even like them stopping to look at that.
I've got no problem with it if, there's a possibility that Georgia gets out of that play, but that's just me being biased. Point is,
you got to say this, so you got to go down on the ground, which he didn't do. I got to overturn that. The ground causes a fumble, but it can also see what he says.
I don't like that call.
Because you were wrong.
I just think it's the wrong call.
It's the right call, dude. Look, he didn't have position. He's kind of holding it against his hip. He hits ground. He's out of bounds, and it slides off his hip. Never had it in his hands.
Well,
and again, you're watching it in slow motion. Show it real time.
Account there, Dayne. Pretend it's out in the field. The ground can't cause a fumble. So if you go down and you hold the ball and you're down, then the ball comes out, you're okay. He wasn't down when the ball hit there. You see what I mean? But you're going to argue with me, so go ahead.
I'm not arguing anything.
No, I mean, what's your pretense on it?
I thought he had full possession of the ball with feet in bounds. I thought that right then that becomes a catch.
Shoot that gap, Raylan. Nothing there.
God. Don't let him inside you. It happened last week.
It did.
You're going to throw the fade on him down here. That's poor by Kentucky there.
Yeah.
Well, he spiked it. We couldn't see it. It's amazing technique-wise. I mean,
yeah,
some of this.
Let him inside. Mention that in the column.
I'm not going to yell. If you stop them here, they got to kick it. Going to try to throw the ball to that big guy over the middle.
Georgia call timeout. Honestly, I would do the same thing if you can get away with it.
You're going to throw it on Aguero.
Yeah. I mean, Ellison Robinson gives up that inside line every time. So,
Michigan.
Clemson 35, North Carolina 3, almost halftime.
Bill, so you wanted to be a college coach?
Max Johnson getting a start in that game. Good for him to come back after some tough injuries. Not having the most fun day. Halftime, Illinois 27, Purdue 14. Eight seconds, ball at the 8-yard line. Kentucky does have the timeout if they were to be tackled inbounds.
It'll be a corner route by one of these two inside receivers. Clock ran out. You're playing at home, man. Let that thing go faster.
It's like
Kyron Jones was beat like a tom-tom right there. Did you see that?
That's why I was shaking my head at.
Block it for a touchdown. Well, Georgia's going to cover on the first half, 10.5.
Oh, shit. He missed it.
She said, I found somebody new to take your place.
How do you miss one that short?
Okay, I actually have an answer for that. Talking to a guy years ago. What it was like after Billy Bennett, but I can't remember which guy was. Might have been one of those, and I'm like, so where do you want to, game winning? Where do you want to kick it from? He says, well, I don't want it to be too close. I'm like, what? I'm thinking you want to be as close as possible. He's like, no, dude. Sometimes you get down there and it's just if it's on the wrong hash.
We'll try to put a group together for the offensive line.
He said, bend and don't break.
Yep.
That's what we've seen so far.
I mean, compared to Kentucky games, everybody says, hey, don't talk about the past. Hey, we'd be doing backflips if we had 14 points against Kentucky in the prior years. But people today going to probably say, just like on the saddle on an old horse, I'm chapped ass.
I'm not worried about the critics.
I'm not either. I just feel like this. Like Gunner got 194, Carson Beck had 71 last year. Just let's take a break. Let me get some oxygen. I need to get.
You've been on that heater calling these plays before they happen.
I need to get a refill here.
All right, folks. Real quick, we're gonna put up the stat sheet so you can peruse that. Go ahead. It's 1:37. Should be back in about 20 minutes. We will have the second half for you. Remember, we're going to be giving away one of the tote bag coolers from Yingling Flight in the second half. So you'll definitely want to start putting in your flight tags, flight hashtags in the comment section, and we will see you in about 18 minutes.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
Here we are.
Everybody, we are back. This is the Georgia Watch Along Show. Georgia's about to kick off to Kentucky. The Dogs lead 21-7. Wildcats missed a field goal there the last second when Kirby was walking off. He was complaining about they shouldn't have kicked the ball out of bounds, given Kentucky a short field. Kentucky did drive the ball, and there's a kickoff, and so Kentucky with back-to-back possessions, and you hope you can stop them here. And that one was actually in the end zone, so the kick there was fine. You don't want to give them any hope. They're down 2 touchdowns, but they showed that they can actually move the ball a little bit through the air.
It's football.
Yeah.
They give scholarships. They give NIL.
Yeah. So it's a good.
We're just we hope you listened to the pregame. We pretty much told you what they were going to try to do.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing. They're throwing underneath us, and they're running the ball right at us, but they're not getting many chances because our offense has played really good. The guy had 12 out of 16. Get the 3 quarterbacks for the last 3 games. Get their percentage for us.
They're on their first half, yes.
That's the only thing you can hope for. The guy that falls down. You got to get up on it.
13 out of 15.
Aguilar and a guy last week was like, I know what the first down, he was like 13 out of 20 or something.
It was crazy.
Simpson ended up 24 of 38 total.
Let's check out the first halves were pretty good. Okay, the sun's out. Ooh. Oh, nice run there. They're coming out with their hair on fire after halftime. They're trying to get something going here. Georgia's going to have to step up.
I mean, this is why they needed points to be able to stack it together and then, shank the field goal. But some of that was poor clock management from Stoops, too.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.
We just got to get the W here, boys.
Yep.
Come up.
There you go. Nice pitch. Get him in the backfield. Oh, you had him. It would have been tough, but
it's 50. Who's 15?
I think that's DeMello Jones, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
Yep.
20. Come on.
Corey.
We hit tight end over the middle here in a minute.
Good patience by that back. Didn't get but 2 out of it, but more than I thought. Is ball loose?
Please say it's our ball.
No, they got it.
This guy's trying to decide. He can't do it.
Yeah. C.J. Allen's got one hand on it, but that big offensive lineman is laying on top of it.
It's all right. He caused a fumble.
That's maybe the first one they've caused all year.
Well, Shardage play on first down's big.
There you go, C.J. Allen punching it out.
God.
He had his hands all over it.
All you had to do is just keep it. You don't have to hold it up.
Are they going to review this to see if it's his ball? I think that's what they're doing.
Well,
Stoops is going to go berserk if they reverse this.
They will. He's, like I said, he's already been going sideways on the running into the kicker.
It's worth the challenge.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming up with it. Yeah,
he's already down.
He's holding it on his knees. So he's down there as a runner. I mean,
he's down and he gets up.
Yeah.
That's our ball.
Stay down, CJ. You're already down.
Okay.
What did he say?
So they had already initiated the review, so that's not a timeout charge to Georgia. I think Georgia took a timeout hoping that they would review it.
What's the procedure there, Coach, for Georgia? I know they look at everything to see if they need to alert
somebody upstairs looking for challenges to tell him. Based on the way football is, the same thing we talked about. He's got possession of the ball right here, and he's down. That's all he had to do.
Yep.
The only problem was the ball bobbling when the guy was going down. Was he down? He punched it out before he went down, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Matt. Just like you said, Matt, we got to give the ball to Georgia's ball. I want to see Stoops after this.
Kirby just gave a first down motion, so I think he just got word that this will be Georgia's football.
Get the camera on Stoops.
They work on that. Finally paid off. Had 4 of them last week.
It's one for C.J. Allen's NFL film coach.
Think about it. They've gone the 5th game of the season before they forced a fumble. You needed it after you had turned it over earlier. So now you're even in the turnover game, and you got it on their side of the field. I could not ask for a better time for it to hit. I mean, last week would have been nice.
Like you said, first problem recovery of the season.
That's why you watch the show. I'm sure they were listening to us, Coach, and that's why they built that graphic.
Run that ball right at him out of this formation. Is he starting out 33?
Go right. Yeah, that looks like him.
Ooh.
Was that Peanut? Dwight Phillips starting the second half.
I know Bo Hughley went on a ride there.
I don't know. I didn't.
Some of the things we do starting the second half on their side of the field, the guy hadn't played one play all season this game, and he's running the ball on the inside run. I mean,
all right, now you look at 2nd 13.
There's a delay.
There's a tight end. There's a tight end.
He's running like he never get it again.
He may not.
There's my play, 62 wide delay. They finally ran it.
So was that tight end leak there, Coach?
Yeah, you just hold it, and then throw it. Then watch him delay.
Okay. Just a little sidestep there.
Yep.
Slow it down.
Good job, Colby Young, getting in the way. Didn't need some big block, but got his body in the way, helped turn that into an explosive play. Ball at the 5, Bowens in the game. They're not lined up. Georgia's going to have to call timeout.
Kirby going to be shaking his head here. It's okay. Let him go.
Ooh, I heard a couple GDs on that one.
It's over with, Kirby. Let it go. They're on the 5-yard line. You either got to go real fast or huddle up. You don't need to get the right play. Just run the play at them. First and goal on the 4 or 5.
Yeah. Do not. Just, yeah. I mean,
they thought they were in
McCray. Just go nuts.
They thought they were in the wrong stadium when we threw it to the tight end.
I've had a long-running joke where it started back with Aaron White and Arthur Lynch and, God, going back 1,000 years, I would say weekly tweet about the tight ends because they weren't being used at the time. I knew those kids could catch,
showed pretty good speed there.
Yeah. And we finally, it's been a long time since I could tweet about the tight end, so I'm glad I got to. Real quick, the Georgia Watch Along Show was sponsored by Yuengling. Their best beer, or the one at least they're promoting the most, and the one that we saw it on College Game Day earlier, is the Yuengling Flight. I say it's their best because I love beer, but I'm also walking about 5-6 miles a day, and I don't want to go have a ton of beers and waste all the walking I do. So this one only has 95 calories. Has 2.6 grams of carbs. So if you're into keto, low carb, whatever sort of diet you want, you're trying to keep your carbs down, you can do that with Yuengling Flight. We saw the commercial when we came back from the halftime. I'm just telling you, it's a fantastic beer. It tastes delicious. You will absolutely enjoy it. We've been giving out a ton of prize packs. We've got a cooler, not this cooler. We have a different cooler that it's perfect for taking to the beach, taking to a game. It's a little magnet top on it. You'll keep your stuff cold forever. It's super lightweight, so it's not, you won't feel cumbersome. So if you're going to a soccer game, football game, basketball, whatever, and you just want to carry this, going to a family reunion, going to a party, get this cooler, put #flight in the comment section, and we will get it to you. A lot of people who are getting these are sending me photos of the prize packs they're getting, and also showing, we don't send beer in the prize pack, but you can see that they've went out and bought a bunch of beer. So if you were looking for an all-American company that's not into politics or, they just want to make good beer, go with America's oldest brewery. That is Yuengling. They're up there in Pennsylvania. I tell people all the time, I used to go to Pennsylvania, see my aunt, and I would come back with a trunk full of Yuengling. So now you can buy it anywhere. You can see it in the grocery stores, gas stations, package stops. Wherever you want to go, you will find Yuengling, and try the Flight. Let's drive their numbers through the roof so that they continue to keep promoting, keep sponsoring the Georgia Watch Along Show. Can't believe 7 points on a turnover, Coach. It feels like it's been forever since we've been able to say that.
Yep. Toss sweep left.
I want to be able to say that right
left.
Now. That's a toss sweep left, Coach.
God, he should stay outside. Well, we had the right play. You're going to snap it quick and run it off left tackle again.
Yep.
Although left tackle's not quite.
I was about to say the left.
Now he's going to run to the right here.
Go behind big old gas.
Oh.
Keep the ball. God. Excuse me for yelling. Look at the Ray Charles keep. They just sold out on the run. You can't block everybody. Look at the keeper. Now they're going to play the quarterback this time. Kirby, if you don't make this, you got to kick the field goal.
I just want to. I want to see it go on.
Speaking of walking in,
that was brilliant.
2 Dylan Bell touchdown runs, just like we all thought was going to happen.
2
today.
Gunnar Stockton touchdown runs.
I like the deception there.
Oh, wait, are they going to call that a pass?
I think it's going to be a run.
It's behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, I just.
In the stat book, they put it as a.
It looked like to run a speed option.
Okay. Yeah, I just. Those little pop passes that they.
He had the option to throw it too.
Really?
Dylan Bell's morale's got to be picked up a little bit this week.
I don't feel like I'm breaking any confidences here, but I can tell you that that first few weeks of the season, his morale was not as high as it could have been.
Can't get on the damn field. No wonder.
Yeah. So this is a
I've been harping on getting his.
I know you have. You've been his most strident defender and his biggest advocate, and the guy, like we were talking right before the half, Coach, when he had that other touchdown. If you're going to give it to anybody, giving it to him just feels I hate to use the term deserved because Everybody deserves something, but this is a guy who has sacrificed for you. He's been a running back. He's been a wide receiver. He blocks
all year too.
He has huge blocks down the field. He's a big team, little me guy, and I can't be happier for anybody like I am for Dylan Bell. That guy absolutely
graduated in 3.5 years too.
Exactly. And here's the thing: if you want to say, okay, well, we're gonna keep an eye on Colby Young, we're gonna watch Zachariah Branch, he will tear you a new butt. So we'll get it to him any ways possible. Great play call there.
Huge sudden change there.
Yeah. Shout out to all the fans who actually showed up today, Coach. I know a lot of people were
yeah, that's true.
Wondering what the atmosphere inside the stadium looks like. It sounds pretty damn loud. So
we ought to be able to get some sacks and turnovers here. Yeah. Let's go.
He's got to throw it. You should be able to get to him. Let's go, Chris Cole. We saw him on first down once before. Let's see if they do it again. Going Gabe and
got pushed off.
Yeah, it did.
Don't throw deep on Everett. He'll cover it.
Okay, it took me a minute to recognize it. That was Chris Jones out there, Coach, on the bottom of the screen. The converted outside linebacker from inside.
What number is he?
28. I'm pretty sure he switched numbers because that's not the number I had him earlier. So, well, I could be wrong, but I didn't recognize. So if you see him there, so him and Gabe. And there's Chris Cole.
They don't start playing better. Old Coach Stoops in that Johnny Cash outfit's going to sing A Boy Named Sue.
Oh, there's nowhere to go there. So let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. Don't do anything crazy.
Don't get too cocky here.
Josh Horton in the game.
And the guy from Miami?
Yes, sir.
Joe Crocker going back to Miami.
Right. Big play here, 3rd and 10. You know they got to go.
Everybody go nuts if we got a sack here. We're showing it, but we might bluff it.
And one back out. Caught it on DeMello Jones.
DeMello or one?
DeMello Jones, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. My apologies. He was the one. I didn't see that Ellis had gone out of bounds. You're right. That was on Ellis Robinson.
Right if you're going to check me, buddy.
You didn't say one way or the other. I
said DeMello. I thought it was one. That's why.
Yeah, no, you were right.
Oh. Good call by them running a drop roll and getting away from the roll protection. Look at Kentucky's schedule. Who else they got there, Dayne? I don't see who they're going to beat. Pick.
Texas, Tennessee.
Where do they play Texas?
At home. Tennessee at home, at Auburn, Florida at home, Tennessee Tech at home, at Vandy, at Louisville.
Tennessee Tech. I mean, they're looking at 3-9. Who they going to beat in the conference? We got pressure.
Oof.
One of our trainers went down. That's a good.
I was trying to figure out who that was.
Got a good. I look like Ryan Malalino. Ryan's got his dad down in from Kentucky. His dad was a trainer in Kentucky. He's retired. Good pressure inside.
Christian Miller gets through. Gabe Harris in pursuit.
All right, kick it to him and let him run it back. No penalties. We're playing it safe. I hope we didn't line up offside. Why do you catch it? Joe Test likes to talk about the special teams because his son was a kicker for Boston College. We'll take the play.
Yeah.
Kentucky is not showing me much on the organization today.
You know, I don't like to come out against coaches, and especially with you sitting over there giving me the stink eye, but they're not playing well. I mean, they've had a lot of mistakes.
Well, the clock management at the end of the half was atrocious.
Right.
Could have had 2 or 3 more plays, and then, but their defense looks a little bit discombobulated today.
Yeah.
I tell you, we got a lot of stuff coming at you, man. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's.
What do you think, Dane? You can find something with it. What do you think?
Yeah, you can find something wrong with anything. Come on.
No, I mean really, I didn't mean it like that. What would your critique be on our offense at this point today?
Not much of one on offense right now. Early on, I was worried about Gunner taking too many hits in this game, and you haven't seen him put himself in that kind of jeopardy. But
good point.
When he has kept it, it has been
he's just
smart.
doing it when he needs to now because no need. But
and especially with the offensive line injuries.
Coach, Georgia has basically 280 yards of offense. I think Dane pointed out something really interesting, and we saw this in the first quarter. The pass yards and the rush yards, 143, 136. So basically only 7-yard difference. A very balanced attack. To your point about Georgia's been getting big runs and long pass plays. We've got, let's see here, 2 different runs of 19 yards. Georgia has long pass plays of 21, 18, and 36. Chunk plays, the explosives that we talked about on Friday in the column there.
Did you do that?
I did. Just saying, if
lucky dog,
they can pound it and pound it and pound it, but they can also
it's easier to sustain drives when you make some big plays.
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember there was that they started on their 3-4 yard line, drove the 4. They went 96 yards, and you had a couple chunk plays in that, and it just
had one punt, and that set up the score with that great. How far was that punt?
Oh yeah, he did punt it deep, didn't he?
Over 60.
Almost like that. I have to go to the home team and see if we can get on there. Yeah, 60 yards exactly.
Well, it was under 60. It's like that kid we had. We were recruiting this kid in Mississippi, and the guy that was coaching recruiting for us was talking to a kid in the locker room. Said, "How tall is he? Is he 6'1"? He said, "No." Is he 5'11"? He said, "No." He's 5'12". I can't believe that. I want to give a big shout out to Big Delp getting one. Now we get Lost and Lucky one. He got a penalty on. They held him one time, but had 2 tight end receptions today. They got to be fired up. Don't get greedy here. Just in a minute, he's probably going to run a reverse pass here with Bell throwing the ball.
All right. Start out on year 29. Let's see what happens.
There you go. Good body lean.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was going to follow Delp through that B gap on the right side.
He would but they're telling him not to keep it because no need to. I had 28-7. We got to play next week. I tell you, Auburn defense is stronger than Ajax.
Yeah.
There's Calhoun.
Yep. Again, we got to shout out Micah Morris gutting through the pain out there, staying at that left guard spot. Here he is on a pull. He just killed a man.
Who did?
Micah Morris just destroyed another human being. That poor cornerback. Or
the guy squats and bench presses like.
I mean, he's going to be brought up on charges. That's assault.
There you go.
Nice cut.
He's looking to wrap the ball up instead. We got some explosion. Mm-hmm. He keeps limping every time he gets up. Good block by Lucky.
Dogs averaging 5 yards a carry, Coach. 5.2. Now maybe 5. Yeah, he's not 100%.
Don't forget that tight end away.
It always, when I see them show his hometown of being Auburn, Alabama.
Into the boundary here. The guy's explosive, man.
What I was saying about Bobo, they show him his hometown because he graduated from Auburn High School. But I've known him for years here in Athens. I've coached against him and seen him. He grew up in Athens. And every time I see that Auburn, Alabama, I'm like, they don't get to claim him. He's a local kid.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
He has. He went out to Colorado.
Columbia.
Yep.
You got the out route to any one of those guys.
1-on-1, time, out route. Oh! One-handed catch by Dylan Bell. He's going to get up like it's not a big deal. Wow. That was brilliant.
I mean,
good call, Coach.
I mean, seriously, you talk about a coming out party.
Damn.
Whew. They're saying, where in the heck's this guy been? Cash.
Nothing. -5. Hang on the ball.
That's an ugly play there. I don't like that kind of play inside the 20. All you can do is lose yardage. Take him out. He's looking too good, Coley. That's a dang good throw by Gunner, too. You got to mention all the stuff Gunner's doing today, except for that one throw over the middle. This is a hard score here.
Yeah.
Going to throw it at least Williams.
Oh, my goodness.
I like getting about half of it back.
Yep. Yeah,
we got to get in the end zone, right?
Third goal from the 10. That was 3-on-1 out there as he took one of those guys and went right through his chest.
Run that same play he did with Bell again, but let him throw it this time. Hard to see what the damn formation is.
False start.
Who was it on?
London Humphreys at the bottom of the screen.
That's poor.
He started taking off.
When your receiver goes offside, that's when they have to run up downs till they puke.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't ever say that.
But you did it, and it's okay.
You can't be offside. You don't listen to the snap count. Just watch the ball move.
Well, he's out there. He just twitches and then he knew it the minute he did it.
See, here's a good example of a team stopping themselves. We had lost yardage on first down. Then that right there.
Yep.
Gunner said, "You want me to make 3rd and forever right here?
3rd and 16?
Probably quarterback draw again.
Yeah, 16. Okay, time. Cash Jones.
Is he going to go score?
Remember why the hell do you throw it to Cash Jones on 3rd down? Why is Cash Jones in on the game on 3rd down? That's why. Uh-oh, flag though. Uh-oh. Never mind.
Had a late hit on Gunner.
Oh, okay.
Hey, take the penalty on the kickoff and go for onside kick, Kirby.
Oof. I was worried it was a hold.
A lot of weapons. You play man coverage, you better cover that guy. He's telling the referee about time you call it.
I love it. 35-7.
This is about as bad as we beat Kentucky in a long time.
I was trying to go through the games in my mind. How long it's been a while since the game's been.
If we score one more time, if we hold them this time, I put Puglitsky in.
Yeah,
Puglitsky.
(2023) Georgia won 51-13.
That was Bobo's first year. Right?
Yes, unless you believe ESPN that's telling you he's only done 2 seasons.
You know what I wanted to do? Last week, everybody was crapping on, Cash Jones being in the game on third down. I wanted to go back and find out how many third down conversions has he made?
Well, get back to this. I mean, philosophically, you can say that, Roddy, but look, he was in the play on third down for deception because everybody knows he's in on third down. Because we ran a play on fourth down, he had to stay in there. That was why he was in there.
No, I get that, Coach. I'm saying people went ahead of that. They're like, why is he in on third down? Why you put him in there? And I said, look, on that second down play, the first down play, Georgia picked up 8, I think it was like 8 yards or something, or no, 6 yards on the run. The second down, they're like, okay, if you've got, it was Josh McCray. They loaded up the line. McCray went up to hit the line and was dropped because they brought more guys than you had. When you bring him in on third down, they're like, we have to account for him. You got a different look from the defense. Gunner follows his pulling guard and tackle, almost gets the first down based on the fact that they called a defense with a Cash Jones in there. So,
right.
And then, of course, so my point was I was defending Cash Jones being in there all week, and I wanted to say, look, there's a reason he's in on third down. It's not just he's effective.
I mean,
Dayne started talking about Cash Jones before he ever hit the field, kind of his name and the pun, and it kind of blew.
I told you about Cash Jones.
But then he blew up.
I told you about Cash Jones before he ever played. Watch out for me.
You did.
But here's what I say to most people: get a life. Seriously, it's not worth it. I mean, these kids are trying. I hope you listened to my Jay Leno monologue starting the game. It's a different team. We're gonna have to win differently. We're gonna make mistakes. But I'm encouraged by our offense today. I still worry about our defense. I mean, I really do. We're gonna play against a 50% better team next week.
They're a lot better, and if I'm Trinidad Chambliss at Ole Miss, I'm like,
here's
secondary.
The thing. Say what you want to about the Auburn O-line. They got 2 offensive linemen listed in the first 20 picks in the pro draft.
Jeez.
But Dayne was saying the right tackle's the one that's an issue, right, Dayne?
Yeah, I mean, especially against Oklahoma late in that game.
They last week they didn't get a yard in the fourth quarter against Texas A&M.
I'm loving. I don't want to call this a coming out party for Dylan Bell, Coach, but 3 touchdowns for him on the day.
You got to get in the game.
And then Cash Jones gets some redemption after last week. A lot of happy storylines so far. So good.
Iowa State crawling back, trailing 31-22 halfway through the third quarter.
What was the score in the second halftime?
Halftime score in that game was
31-10 or something.
31-15. Roddy, I'm going to give you a team no one's talking about. I was talking to Coach about this earlier in the week. Look at the Michigan Wolverines' remaining schedule. And I'm not sitting here telling you they're this great team. They're kind of struggling Wisconsin a little bit today.
Yeah.
17-7, Wisconsin's awful. Michigan remaining opponents: Wisconsin at USC, Washington at Michigan State, Purdue at Northwestern, at Maryland, Ohio State at the end.
Oh, the Chancellor's drop them deep. There you go.
Cash.
Yeah, that is a weak schedule.
And Justice Haynes is getting 100 yards and a touchdown every game.
What you call a pain in the neck.
Coach, that was bad.
Huh?
That was bad.
It was.
This is as toothless of a Kentucky team as I've seen in a long time.
Actually, some
Pretty good cover there, Ellis.
good coverage and a little safety help as well. I like
no penalty, too.
I mean, I would think that Kentucky will find itself in a position where they need to jump to the front of the line to hire John Sumrall from Tulane. He played linebacker at Kentucky. He's coached at Kentucky.
Oh, I thought that they had him. Oh, ball. They are just going backwards.
That play looked good when they drew it up.
Adrian Maddox, the UAB guy's in there, Coach.
14?
Yep.
You just saying that because he's from Conover.
From Conyers.
That's right.
But he went to the stupid school.
It's a terrible play by right there. Raylan Wilson turned his body square. What do you got? 3rd and 14? 13?
3rd and 13.
Maybe we can get some pressure again. We got something.
Oh, flag.
Hope we weren't offside. They had an illegal formation, I think.
Oh, my God.
What did he say?
Defensive holding, Coach.
Shit.
Against Daylen Everett. Well,
Best player.
That'll get you first down in a heartbeat.
He's right.
Yep.
Those are things we used to talk about. 3rd down penalties. Just only thing I want right now is tick, tick, tick. Keep ticking.
Yep.
You got a tackle.
Josh Horton, Jonah Ajoynier.
We had a corner blitz there.
Yep.
Justin Williams, good tackle.
Mm-hmm. By 28, they're getting a lot of new guys in, Coach. I like it.
Well, maybe some of them play better than the ones we got.
That's it. Here's your chance to, claim a spot, guys. Big Namande Ogboko right in the center
up
there.
The top out route.
Yeah. Did they switch off right? Don't talk to the dude. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Maddox in there.
Yeah, I don't know what he was saying to him, but don't even look like you're talking to a guy on the ground. Just
you get a penalty.
I mean, you may know each other. You may be best friends, but they'll say you were taunting, and it's a 15-yard or some crap. Just help him up and go back to the play.
You got him. Way to hustle. Big Griffin.
Ooh.
Was that Griffin?
I'm just watching him get up slow. Yep, Elijah Griffin, 90. Oof. Don't want that boy landed on you.
Might have to put Jake Calzada back in.
Elijah can move, Coach.
I wish he'd kick it far enough where he could return one. Get everybody jacked up. He loves a fair catch.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that hadn't got the ball as much as I thought he would today, but
they tried on that first drive, and then after that, they just, I don't say went away from him, but they went other options. Kid's a baller.
Diego.
Notice they're showing the Georgia game on the big screen there in Tuscaloosa.
Well, ABC's ready to turn the attention to what they think will be a more interesting game.
Our post-game show is going to be a lot of fun, folks. Y'all be sure to tune in at the minute the Georgia game's over. I say a minute. Shortly after the Georgia game's over, Dayne will start it, then I'll take over, and we hope all of you join us in the post-game overreaction show. We went late last Saturday night in the overreaction show.
Yeah. What do we got next week? 7:30 game, right?
Yeah, so another late night.
We got 12 in the game.
Yep.
Like the old coach said.
You did call it.
He can hum it.
Woof. What a throw. That's how to feed Colby Young. Man, what a rocket.
Good. Let's get him some reps and keep the other guy.
Jesse's talking about how he looks the part, Coach. You've seen him. I mean, that guy, he looks like I said it last year, he looked like an NFL QB if you had to, make a football card or something like that.
I just hope he takes care of the ball today and gets it.
Big to Elias Williams. Oh, my goodness. Shades of a very big tight end that used to play here by the name of Darnell. Hints of it.
They were thinking like we were, put him in the game. Well,
all right, hold up your fours, folks.
From my standpoint, very refreshing today to see this.
Yeah.
Into you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, after Georgia went up 14-0 and Kentucky showed signs of life, there were some buttholes puckering all over the place. People starting to get a little nervous, but this is a beatdown. If you get a beatdown and somebody beats you up, or somebody else's dog bites you, or somebody cuts you off in traffic and makes you crash, or heaven forbid, kill somebody in your family, reach out to Morris and Dean. Jeff Dean is a huge Georgia fan. I don't know that his partner is. His partner's up in Delta. His partner may not be a Georgia fan. Anyway, call Jeff Dean. Nothing against Mr. Voris, but reach out to Jeff Dean. And again, I want to emphasize the fact that they have the no-fee guarantee. At Morris and Dean, they are dedicated to achieving the best possible results in your case, such to the point that with their no-win, no-fee guarantee, if they do not have a satisfactory outcome for you, they don't secure a positive outcome for you, you don't pay anything. So your peace of mind is their priority. So you can reach out to them for free and say, hey, do I have a case? I need some help, and they will help you. And they also give you a 30-day risk-free trial. So you can try their services for 30 days. If you're not 100% satisfied, you cancel without any penalties or financial commitment. So let's say that like they have a lot of dog bite cases. They have a lot of negligent death cases. They have people who've been badly burned by exploding water heaters, and it's a lot of bad crap that happens to people. And a lot of times it's somebody else's fault. And if you need help, my sister-in-law Had somebody pull out in front of her the other day. This stuff happens. My point is, if you get injured, you want to reach out to somebody who will take care of you. Reach out to Morrison Dean. And again, if you don't win, you don't pay. I think we're in a little bit longer commercial here. Someone also hit on our friends at the mybetterlifescience.com. You're going to bring them on the board. Folks, grab that allergy and food sensitivity combo test. You basically get 295 food and inhalant allergy triggers and 286 food sensitivity triggers. So check out mybls.com. We gave away a bunch of those tests a couple weeks ago. I gave the names and addresses to Alan Brock. He's going to send those out. Hopefully, we'll see if we can get him to give out some more in the Auburn game. The best thing about it is when you get one of these in the mail, well, you go online, you order it, and then it's they have your name and your the number, because each one of these is numbered and they have the code on it. It comes to your house. You put the little collector on there, you stick it on your arm, tap it. The collector fills up, you take it off, you drop it in here, you send it to them, and you get your results. Check out mybetterlifescience.com, and you'll find out if you have up to 300 different food allergies or inhalant allergies. So if you're like, hey, why am I sneezing? Why am I coughing? Why am I getting hives? You'll know without actually having a lot of trouble.
Georgia opens the fourth quarter, 407 total yards and counting.
Oh, man, back to Elias Williams again. That's a third catch for him. I like it. Feed the tight ends. How many catches is that for the tight end so far?
Delp with 1. Williams with 3.
Okay. So they had 2 different games where a tight end did not catch a pass. Now we got 4 passes to the tight ends in this game. Williams and Jaden Riddell on the same side. Riddell goes in motion.
Break it.
Oh, that did not work out.
He had a hole there.
He did. Coach saw it. He knows it. Look, he's getting up. He's like, damn it, I had it. He absolutely had it there. He knew it. McCray gets a lot of work as a short down guy, yardage back, but he knew that was his chance to really break a big one.
Stockton on today? There it is, 15 out of 23.
48 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the ground.
I'm not sure about that call.
Yeah, that's especially after the first one there that didn't go anywhere.
We got our whole second team in there.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Maybe Thomas will catch a pass.
We don't know the exact kickoff time with Georgia and Auburn next week. We just know it's between 7 and 8. They have some different slots they can put it in. We know a night game at Jordan-Hare.
Kirby Smart is 16-3 in games after a loss. The Dogs are on their way to being 17-3. They bounce back, just like we thought they would.
This could be a sack.
Jamal Merriweather at right tackle. Let's see what he does. Oh,
show me a little bit there, Bugs. Good spot.
That is a good spot. That's a very friendly spot.
Shout out a couple of these offensive linemen in there. Cortez Smith.
Freshman.
2 freshmen.
I beat you, Coach. Although Coach was the one that told us keep an eye on Cortez Smith.
Michael Weenie's in there.
I would say we don't make this.
Jamal Merriweather.
Negative, but I think they'll penetrate. They'll come inside one of these guys.
Jazeer Jackson on the left. Look at the size of that boy. Oh, can you?
Told you. No movement. Pathetic.
I'm not trying to crap on him, but if you want movement, do not run behind Jazeer Jackson. He's big, but he is not pushing guys down the field. We saw that in week 2 against Austin Peay.
Saw that one coming.
Yep.
Impressive, Puglisi.
Yeah, Puglisi looks good. Kind of like a new car from Athens Ford. If you get a chance, swing by Athens Ford. Today, if you're in Athens, would be a great time to go by. But I get most of your watching this on your phone, or if you're at the game and you have us on the phone, we appreciate it. If you're at your house, you're probably going to wait till the end of the game. But you have the whole afternoon. But again, if you don't want to miss out on any college football, I understand not going by there on a Saturday. They are there on Saturdays. Trust me, they're open. But they got the cameras turned. I mean, the TV's turned on, and they're watching all the games. They're just as big at Georgia and college football fans as we are. So, but they are more than happy to stop what they're doing and sell you a car if you go in there instead of watching the Alabama Vanderbilt game. If not, swing by any other time of the week, check them out. And I know that I don't talk about this enough, but they have a mobile service van. It's a really neat van that'll come out to your house. Let's say you got a check engine light. They can come out and attach their diagnostics to it. They can change out brakes, batteries, all sorts of things like that. Do an oil change. They can come to you if you drove to work and you want your oil changed. They'll come out in the parking lot and change your oil on it. So my point is, you can you don't always have to go by Athens Ford. It's a great spot. Like I said, the Wi-Fi is incredibly fast. It's faster than what I have in my house. They have snacks. They have drinks. They have Starbucks coffee. It's like a little resort in there for your car. But if you want them to come to your house or come to your work area and you're, I think, within 20 miles of Athens, they'll send that truck by. So check out the mobile service van at Athens Ford. You will be very happy you did so. Nothing more convenient.
We need to give away that cooler, don't we?
We do need to give away that cooler. So let's go ahead and give away that cooler.
Generator gives us Joseph Crocker, winner of a Yingling Flight Cooler.
We only have 3 of those, so
this is a big time.
Did she give you 3 or did she give you like 12 and you kept the others?
I got what was given.
No, those are really special. Those are fantastic. So I teased Dayne. If they'd given them to me to give to you, you'd have gotten 2. I'm just telling you, those are nice coolers. So send me your email. Send me your mailing address, and I will get it to you.
That email address for Radi Joseph, that's RADI@UGAsports.com. Just need the mailing address. Can get that out to you. So thank you, Joseph.
And to the 2 ladies that one of the ladies said she wears a medium. I don't have a medium. The smallest I have is a large in the shirts they gave us. We have large, extra large, and double XL. So I'll be sending you a large. I apologize. We don't have a medium.
Super chat from Justin Farmer here. Oh, this defensive play develop. This is 4th and 1. Why not give it to Elias Williams and use that Brock Bowers package?
Oh, I like that. I'm with you there. And that would have been a perfect time to try out your big fullback style, short, goal line punch-in package. Get him a little bit of experience. All right, let's see how he handles the press man at the bottom there.
Tick, 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 tick. I mean, I know backups are in, but still, injuries have hurt Georgia enough in this game.
I know.
They're gonna throw the ball in front of them. Let it go. Who cares? Wasting their breath.
Mark, you're going to have a great post-coaching career with the millions of dollars you've earned.
Terrible. UMass ahead for the first time in their life.
Hey, we've got some new members to our YouTube channel, which is super cool. So Sharon Helms, thank you for joining up. Same for John Taylor.
Appreciate it.
That means a lot to us, folks. We're trying to get to 60,000 this season. We're at 53.3. So
where are we? 53?
53.3. So we want to add about 6,500.
They got Calzada in there now? Or that's Calzada?
Georgia has Darren Ikenagabin. I can never say his name. The outside linebacker, number 11. There we go. Dominic Kelly in coverage.
I had to look up that number. I was familiar with 24 out there.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not Malachi anymore. That's another kid out of IMG. Pretty sure he's the one that reclassified to move up to come in.
Flair. Way to break out of there.
There you go, Justin Williams tracking him down. He's fast.
Back goes I go.
Yeah. Justin Williams can scoot. I almost feel bad for him. Kentucky with all those different starting QBs. Almost.
Get a pick.
Kentucky's a tough job in this era of college football. Really, any era.
Oh, no, they're going to throw a flag on him.
Why would you interfere on third down? Gee, Merry Christmas. I mean,
that's
2 times on third and long we've had that. One defensive only one that just let him catch the ball. He doesn't have a first down.
Yeah. Kentucky has 6 penalties. Georgia has 4.
Just can't stand for him to touch the ball.
Well, they got to do their stupid ass thumbs down seatbelt bullshit that they do every time. They have to have some performance after every play, even if the guy drops the ball. It's just shit drives me crazy. Excuse my language. Just
they're gonna get one of these moral victory touchdowns there.
I know you can't. It would hurt you in recruiting, but if going forward, any of my defensive guys that did a sack dance or any sort of celebration after in the secondary, I'd be like, "You're running."
Yeah, anybody does that. That's not good.
Yeah, it's so common in the game now. It just drives me bonkers.
Drop roll.
There it is. Drop roll.
Halftime, Wake Forest 24, Virginia Tech 14.
Got to catch against Zion Branch there, Coach. The other number 2.
Fourth quarter, Army 24, UAB 7.
No, it says
you have several coaches fired this weekend. UAB, Wisconsin. I don't think Kentucky, but Florida.
That is really, really close.
Fourth quarter, Navy 34, Air Force 31. Fourth quarter, Pitt 45, Boston College 0.
What is it?
45-0.
Who is it?
Pitt over Boston College.
Bill. Come on, Bill. Those 2 pro coaches, Bill O'Brien and Bill Belichick.
Fourth quarter, Illinois 40, Purdue 27. Fourth quarter, Michigan 24, Wisconsin 7.
How much time left?
9 minutes.
They got that line about right, 17 and a half. Are you kidding me?
They have the fancy buildings in Vegas for a reason, Coach. Games coming up later today in the SEC. A couple great ones at 3:30. Texas at Florida. The over-under on that game is dreadfully low compared to what maybe preseason we thought that would have been. And then Vandy at Alabama. SEC's game of the week. Sneaky one. Mississippi State has been competing very strong this year. Texas A&M, I think, is a bit inflated for how good they are. I don't know that State can go in there and beat them, but I think that'll be close. And your Sooners coach have Kent State.
So the guy on the field said it was a non-catch, and this guy said it was a catch, right?
Yep.
Overturned. He drug his foot. Sooners have got Kent State. Going to recognize that 85 national championship team.
That was very nice of them to reach out to you.
Yeah. First sack of the year. Isn't it?
Yeah, for a defensive lineman. Yep. Ogboko.
That's why to stay low, Og. I wonder what size helmet that is. It's got to be in the 8s.
Look a little snug, too.
Good tackle.
I think I took the under on sacks. The sacks were 2.5. Dogs got 2 today so far. Stupid Kentucky second team is going to make.
God.
There you go, DeMello. Another flag.
Face mask, probably.
Oof.
That's 2 fouls on the guy. He can't play. You can't put him in the game. He doesn't deserve it. Kelly?
Yep, twice.
You got another down into. Well, I don't know how we can play much better than that. Guy's a pretty accurate passer.
I feel bad for Brent. Brent tweeted out earlier, Dominic Kelly's going to be a good player. Then he had to quote tweet himself, in spite of the 2 penalties. I've been there, Brent. I've been there, my friend. It's like you can see the potential. You can absolutely see the potential, but it's just frustrating. That had the potential to go there. Okay, it's 3rd down.
Put Kelly in.
I wasn't going to say it. I was just going to say, be sure number 24 is not on the field.
It's a good learning process. He's a good player.
He is. But that's tough.
Had the ball for 5 minutes. You can't lose contain, bro. Ooh. That's a really good play there by Robinson. Good closing speed. Really good play.
There's the boy. Shout out to the University of North Georgia cadets. 30 of them are in the Distinguished Military Student status.
Well,
Radi Nabulsi was one of them.
He deserves it.
Yeah, I just saw a picture of him pop up on my timeline. So
pressure. God almighty.
Oh, that ball's
throw it on the star.
Yeah.
Who's 12?
It took me a minute.
Jaden Harris.
Yeah.
From Miami.
So they got 14 being Maddox, but Harris is
They letting these guys play. I'm all for it.
Yeah, and just let him go.
He got some of those Miami pants too. He's almost up to his groin.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Yeah. Do you remember the Michigan Fab Five and the shorts they used to wear down past the knees? It's funny, those Michigan shorts are longer than the football pants today.
Are they calling timeout Michigan right now or not?
Hey, Dominic Kelly was in, and he actually broke that one up.
I felt like that hit Gilmore in the helmet.
You know, they call that timeout against Chapel High. They were playing North Carolina when that happened.
That could have been another. Gotta be careful, buddy. But he's aggressive. Again, I mentioned it a few weeks ago that when Georgia only had so few penalties in a game, Kirby will also a good drop there by Mr. Harris. Excuse me,
I mean,
Mr.
he's
Maddox.
supposed to make that tackle.
I know. Just saying they've missed it in the past. So Kirby wants them to be right on the edge of getting a penalty. Get as close as you can without getting in trouble.
Kick the field goal, Coach. No. What was the line on this game? 20.5?
20.5.
Son of a biscuit eater. 12, you're having a tough game, buddy.
Yeah. Well, again, that's, I wrote in my column that the three transfers hadn't really done much. You mentioned it to start the show. Georgia's 3 transfer safeties hadn't really been in. We're seeing them in now against Kentucky's second team, and they're not exactly.
What are their first team quarterback doing?
Yeah. That wide receiver's first team guy too. But
biggest thing for us is just your offense didn't get any work this quarter. You'd like to have them play. Defense has been on there. We ran 3 plays on offense this quarter, haven't we? Maybe 4. I'm glad he put Puglitsky in when he did. Puglitsky. How do you pronounce it? Puglitsky?
Puglisi.
All right, Pug. Here's old Ja'Cory Thomas in. See if he can cover him.
That's good when he falls down.
This reminds me of that drive when Levy was playing, and the coach for the Jaguars now was the coordinator, and they had the ball for like 11 minutes in the fourth quarter. Remember that long drive?
Yes.
Maybe it was that one where it was 51-13.
I'd forgotten that one, but
remember it?
Mm-hmm.
Farmer just hit that guy with a forearm shiver to his helmet.
I mean, this drive's gone 12 minutes and 31 seconds. At least feels like it.
It says 8 minutes and 12 seconds.
I'm sorry, they got it with 12:31. Sorry. Yeah, so
18 plays.
Good Lord.
They had to have something to give Kirby some stress this quarter.
Hold on, yank out my microphone there. All right, 3:05. This game should be over. 3:30 the way it's going.
I scheduled it for 3:20. We'll see.
So we'll have the Georgia Watch Along Show. I'm just going to be the Georgia post game overreaction show. Dane will start it. I will join later. I don't think we'll go nearly as long as we did after the Alabama game. We still had people on at 3:30 in the morning, lined up in the waiting room. Finally, I just had to cut it. I'm like, okay, we've been talking 4 hours. We got to stop. So, the tenor of today's show should be much, much happier. So, but you're right, Coach. A big test next week, and when Georgia heads to Auburn, and then the week after that, they host Ole Miss. Those are 2 good teams. I know that a lot of people kind of down on Auburn, especially with their third down conversions over the last 2 games. But
here's the thing. Auburn played 2 top 10 teams within 1 touchdown.
Yeah. And they need this game, and they're going to have they were off this past week getting ready for Georgia. So they're going to be prepped. They're seeing stuff, that Georgia can do here. They're seeing some issues in the secondary and the lack of QB pressure, and they'll scheme up accordingly. So
might ought to get some pass rush against those guys based on what Dayne said.
Fingers crossed. But
well, the voodoo of that place at night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a tough place to play. So it's not
not as much under Hugh Freeze. True. I'll point that out.
Yeah. But again, a lot of people are like, oh, well, Auburn's struggling. Yeah, it's context. It's always context. It's nuance. It's too easy to just say, this team's bad, that team's good.
Well, last year they lost to Cal at home, lost to Arkansas at home, lost to Vandy at home.
I'm a big Jackson Arnold fan. I think he's a hell of a QB. And we do need to go back and look at the first half stats for the last 3 quarterbacks Georgia's faced. They've been pretty good.
The year before they lost to New Mexico State at home.
Yeah.
And you know who that quarterback was?
Yep.
That was the second time Diego Pavia beat Hugh Freeze.
That's what I'm saying. So. Did they avoid him this year?
Nope.
Oh, man.
He gets a 4th shot at him.
At Vandy?
Let me get back to their schedule for this year. At Vandy.
Okay.
So Diego Pavia will have beaten him New Mexico State, Liberty, and then Auburn, Vandy.
All right. Fun times. 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Let's see if they can convert this 4th and 4. Coach is texting his girlfriend. We got to let him.
Yeah. Good text. I can't. I was trying to see the score.
I'm teasing you.
3rd man out. Busted play.
A little block in the back.
Not going to make it.
Are they going to give that to?
He called it an interception, Ellis Roberts.
Yeah.
He gets to put the shoulder pads on.
There you go.
Texting my girlfriend. That was really unbelievable. I only had one girlfriend my whole life.
That's true.
That's the one ever.
What are y'all married? 60 years? 59?
Almost 60.
Greatest love story ever told.
He's out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that left toe was out of bounds.
Surely they're not going to review that. The only difference is if I'm Kentucky, Georgia gets it on the 20. If not, they would have it on like the 8.
Yeah. I'll check Twitter to see if the folks are our guys in the press box are seeing anything different. I triggered a lot of people with the Wise Gunner in on 3rd down comment. They all want to, but it was 4th down. I'm like, yes, genius.
With what?
Just people complaining that, because I was making fun of the people that complained about Gunner being in last week.
I mean, Gunner
excuse me, Cash Jones. And so a lot of people are trying to explain to me that, Roddy, it wasn't the 3rd down that was the problem. It was the 4th down.
It was in the 4th down because they ran a hurry up on 3rd down.
I know, but they don't get it. So
well, that's one good thing you can worry about it with them. You can bust their balls.
No, I have. That's why I'm. They don't like being told they were wrong, so there's a lot of pushback.
This is one of those games I think Kirby Smart will enjoy as a coach because Georgia wins comfortably. But when you get into the minutia of this game, there is a lot that can be coached up on here.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, you can coach it up, but do you have the players to
defensively?
That's what I was trying to say without saying what Coach said.
Offensively, boy, so Freeling is out. That's going to be bad. He said his ankle. What did he say about him?
I haven't seen anything about it. I just saw that came out. I couldn't hear the TV mention it. Let me ask the guys in the press box if they said anything.
I think it was his ankle.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been doing all those exercises on the sideline, but his knee.
Michigan now leads 24-10, 2 minutes left. Oh, it was an interception.
It was, yeah. They showed the toe drag. Oof.
Puglisi.
They came after him.
Holy.
This is stupid.
Some production person made this and thought they were slick.
Yeah. Because, again, you wouldn't actually want to see what's going on there, but they made something in MS Paint, and they thought it was cool.
Is that Bo Walker?
Yes, sir.
Colton Heinrich was in the game, too.
Yeah, I was just about to point him out.
This is what I always worry about. End of the game, having to punt with your second team punt. That Thomas kid, I feel bad for him. He led Texas A&M in receiving last year, and he probably 1, 2, 3 passes for us. Kobe Young, how many did he catch today?
Kobe Young.
0.
No, he had 1.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong. Yeah, he had the 1 for 9. My apologies.
This is a run.
I'm going to say because that was Ryan Puglisi threw one right at him. Oh.
Jesus.
What did you say about you don't want him to turn it over, Coach?
Just throw the ball to the outside, man.
It's going to be each team with 2 turnovers in this game.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people were asking early on, a lot of the gunner doubters after the first couple of weeks with him not really going downfield. And, you know, they saw a little bit of Ryan Puglisi. It's like, oh, that's the guy we need.
2 of the last 3 plays show you why he's not playing.
I was just about to say when people would ask us on the dog vent, which you need to be a member of, be a member of the UGASports, be a member of the dog vent. And they asked, well, why not Puglisi? I'm like, because he's turning the ball over in practice. Sorry to tell you.
That was a terrible decision there.
Yeah.
Why not Montgomery? Why not Hezekiah?
Well, yeah, I mean, Puglisi's really good. Don't get me wrong, but that was just you ask people what's going on. They're like, well,
that's pretty
Dominic
good
Kelly
coverage,
again. That's back to back. See, he's got to do the stupid too small or thumbs down. Just run back and play the damn game. Another guy down. Man, can't win for losing. Connor's getting a lot of work.
I don't even know who that is.
Jordan Thomas. Redshirt freshman out of New Jersey. So, again, that's 2 nice pass breakups by Dominic Kelly. So, you know, when Brent Rollins says he's going to be a player, give Brent credit. He's right. Kirby's out there like, man, we can't win. But he's laughing, so Kirby looks happy.
Slowest into a game I can remember.
Yeah, it's just sometimes when it's a blowout, all of a sudden the whole damn thing just slows down. It's like because the other team's got to throw it all over the place, and to catch up and go out of bounds, and let's just get out of here. So they're going to score, and Georgia's going to win by 21 when the line was 20.5.
Unless they go for 2. That would be a bad beat.
That would be an awful beat. It'd be good for me because I picked Georgia not to cover.
That could happen.
So they're not going to do it. But honestly, though, Coach, if I were Mark and I scored, I would go for 2 because, hey, you need to practice it. It's going to come up again.
How many points have we scored this half? 14?
21, yeah, 14 points. I'm curious how many plays Georgia's run in the second half. I mean, in the fourth quarter, excuse me.
5 or 6.
Average of plays, pass, penalties. Georgia plays in the fourth quarter 8, Kentucky 22. That is quite the difference. But hey, give the second team credit. They stopped them on a couple drives so far, but
one time on 4th down, that's it, right? And then second,
I thought they had
it's an interception.
The interception, and then I thought they had another stop.
This quarter here is like beating farts out of a dead mule.
Honestly, this is one of the ones where we'd be like, okay, folks, we're done here. We'll turn off the camera with 3 minutes left and start the post-game show. I do like the fact that our Auburn guy actually has the post-game show running at kickoff to start the game. He just keeps on going the whole time. I'm like, Jay Tate, you're a bad man.
I mean, we could totally wrap this right now if y'all would like to.
We're good. I'd like to see the end here. I want to see what Kirby says at the end of the game, too.
Boston College has scored a touchdown. The problem is they've given up 48 points. Kansas State leads Baylor 34-32, minute and a half left.
Cincinnati still kicking Iowa State's ass?
Yep, 37-22. That'll be a ball game.
Wow. The Bearcats seem to pop up every now and then. Just
yep. But
it's almost like one a year, Coach.
Iowa State undefeated.
Yeah.
I think Iowa State had some injuries, but still.
Almost halftime, NC State 42, Campbell 7.
They're playing the Campbell. Do you know what their nickname is?
Hell yeah, Fighting Camels.
Good Lord.
That's my favorite team in the entire United States of America.
Did you say Camel or Camel?
Hey, I said Camels. Fighting Camels. Actually, somebody brought me a T-shirt from there.
Cincinnati.
But it was like a small. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
We used to say, fatty, Cincinnati. Is this the homecoming queen?
Yes,
or
sir. King and queen. There you go. Nice little crown there.
You did it.
Oh,
she's a chance to be on the Bachelorette.
So I will tell you, if you see there, if you walk around campus, the kids that are coming to UGA, men and women, are just adorable.
Another holding penalty on Georgia. If it's on 24, he's going to get the trifecta. They were talking about the Golden Bachelor right there, Jesse. $27. So that's
Rashawn Dinkins. I mentioned him maybe coming in earlier. I thought give him a shot. These young guys are getting a lot of penalties, but like you said, Coach, it's that learning thing. I like the aggressiveness.
they keep getting penalized, they're probably going to score.
Yeah.
There's going to be some pissed off people if they go for 2.
I think you got it. There it is.
We'll see if he's got any money on the game right here. He's kicking it.
Yeah, he's kicking it.
Mike Stoops. Maybe they'll try onside kick.
Makes it 35-14.
If y'all liking that Miami Florida State game?
Miami. Strong quarterback, good defensive line. I'll take that against just about anybody.
You know, old Beck front runner. If things are going good, they should be good. A little varsity tonight. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm rooting for the kid. I like him. I mean, he's a former Dog. He spent many years here. Doing what he thinks best for him.
Is that his brother beside him? Is that Bell's brother?
I couldn't tell. It'll be interesting when he goes back to Mississippi State with his family's history there.
It'll be interesting to see right here if they try onside kick.
Glad to see Ellis Robinson. We didn't talk a whole lot about Ellis Robinson on that interception there, but that's the guy's been fighting, and we kind of tease about the fact that he's had a lot of penalties called on him, but he's definitely talented, and he gets a nice little interception there. So, like you said, Coach gets to put the pads on, and we talk a lot about the confidence of quarterbacks and things like that, but there's a guy that those DBs need a little confidence too, and that'll be a nice you get the monkey off your back. Yeah, I got an interception. So hopefully it'll lead to more.
I think Georgia fans should be encouraged by 2 straight SEC games where the rushing attack has been pretty steady, pretty consistent, explosive. If Georgia's going to do anything special this year, running the ball is going to be very much required.
That's a good point.
It's not going to be a drop pack passing team.
We got to get our defense going, boys. We're going to play against a lot better quarterbacks than we saw today, a lot better offenses.
Shout out to Ben Adams. He says, I listen to you guys a lot. LOT Capital. Says,
look at this right here.
Is that a false start on one of these linemen?
These guys are pissing down their leg bad right here.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What's this?
He says, I listen to y'all a lot. Can't be said enough, but thanks for putting the Watch Along show together. It's great.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ben Adams.
That was Jazeer Jackson with the false start.
Not
sure. He got beat on first, third down, but fourth down, and now
and we got
Stockton's listening to the play through his helmet.
Yeah.
These guys want to know why they don't play. They come in here and piss down their leg.
There you go, Bo Walker. Oh, he almost. Look at him. He's killed himself. He's like, I had it.
Kirby's ready to go watch another game here.
Yeah. He wants to start practicing for Auburn.
Put a peanut in there. Let him see if he can break one.
That kid can scoot, Coach. All right.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, I'm like, don't go out of bounds, son.
Hey, we joke, but this is a good win for Georgia. This is a good response after last week. More of that response is going to be required.
He does look asleep. There you go. There's your. All right, so that is the ball game. Georgia took a knee. They'll take another one here, and we want to share our appreciation for all of you who have stuck with us through this game and who was with us last week and who will be with us this coming Saturday when Georgia heads down to Auburn. Again, to be between 7 and 8. Another late night, coach, for you, Coach.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I know you're not going to be excited about that. Hopefully we'll get the 7 o'clock and not the 8 o'clock. But be sure to join us on Tuesday at noon. We will have the UGA Sports Live show. That'll be after Monday's press conference with Kirby Smart. We'll get him at noon. And then on Tuesday, we'll get to have Coach Donnan on our show, and we'll talk about kind of preview the upcoming Auburn game and discuss some of the things that Kirby said on Monday. Like I agree with you. Big win for the Georgia Bulldogs, 35-14. Your defense held them to 14. Your offense put up 35, and that's only playing through 3 quarters. They could have, kept the hammer down and scored more. So, but Kirby respects Mark Stoops there and decided to bring in his second team and get the second team guys some work. And that did answer a lot of questions as to why some guys don't play as much. You find out, and it's but this makes them better. So. The only real questions, though, Coach, are some of the injuries. I mean, you didn't get out of it injury-free. That could have a big bearing on next week, and we will ask Kirby Smart here right after he's done with the radio to give us some updates. So be sure to tune into UGAsports.com. Anthony Dasher, Jed May, Kate Skeen. Patrick's not at this game, but he's usually there. Harrison Reno, Lance McCurley, they're all at the game right now, and they will have a ton of stuff for you. So be sure to check out Jed's sidebar and Anthony Dasher's recap, and we'll have as many updates from the player interviews and the coaching interviews after. And we'll also have Mark Stoops comments as well. One of the best things you can do is go to our YouTube channel, the one you're on now, hit subscribe, and that way you'll be able to watch what Mark Stoops has to say about Georgia after the game. And we will see you all on Tuesday. Y'all take care.